alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, everyone.
Hello?
Hello?
It's me.
What up, guys? Good to see you. I know we just saw each other like 12 minutes ago. I guess we just finished the other stream, and now it's time for another. As you can see, it's 10:12. They're still a little late. Here we are. It's good to see everybody. And, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. But, you guys that left the stream last night, and I told you what was going to happen, and I don't know, maybe 2 minutes after I left the stream or less, something happened that I told you was going to happen. Right? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? So I told you, as soon as I leave, I'm going to leave now so you guys could watch the ending of the standoff. And a lot of you guys said, no, don't leave because then you'll miss it. I was like, no, you don't understand. Long as I stay, it's going to stay. Okay, and if I leave, it'll end. And as soon as I push stop, I don't know, was it even 2 minutes or less before he dropped the gun? So, was right about that. Was right about Hurricane Hillary. Was right about the scamdemic. Maybe sometime you guys will start to believe me that when I go full bore into something, I'm positive.
Not the kind of person to say I told her so, but you know what? I told her so. I told her so.
So there you go. Almost like it was planned. Look at this dude just loving it. He's like, oh, I'm going to use this shit. Let's get out the windboard. Let me get in this joint. Let me go windsurfing today. It's a perfect day. Damon the prophet. Really, it's not about being a prophet. It's not about being a gypsy and a mind reader or anything like that. It's really simple to see, and I guess that I wasn't blessed with a whole lot of smarts, but I was definitely blessed with a bullshit meter that is fantastic. And I can see through things pretty easily. I like to look at things from every angle, as I always say. And, yeah, man. Just the way it is. Watch live. Police provide update on Uber crash that killed 3, including 2 sisters in South LA intersection. Watch live now. Okay. So you guys, that's why I got the phone on, because you never know. Chase could pop off, so I got to always watch it. And this wasn't Chase. You have common sense? Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. It's really my luck. And in that particular instance, what's up, Kiss? It's great to see you. In this particular instance, it's my luck. Like, I could sit home every day, 5 days in a row, every day for every moment, not leave the home. No, not leave at all, and won't get one chase. The second I need to go to the market or help my mom or go to the post office or do anything I need to do, that's when something pops off. It's just my luck. It's just how my luck kind of works, So, why can't city council come in with a bullshit detector? Well, I mean, they know it. They're obtuse. Look, they know they're bullshitting. It's like, the history of the world. When he says, well, what's your job? He's like, I'm a stand-up philosopher. Oh, you're a bullshit artist. Well, did you bullshit yesterday? Did you bullshit today? So that's what they are. They're stand-up philosophers. And that's all they do. They're bullshit artists. And they know what they're doing. Trust me. They're dumb, but they're not that dumb. They're smart enough to figure out how to steal from us constantly. So trust me, they're not as dumb as we think. They're just stupid enough to get caught. And really what it is again, they're just a bunch of pussies. So when one pussy rubs the other pussy's back and then one pussy gets in trouble, of course he's gonna roll over on the other pussy. So that's why it's only a matter of time when the rest of the people in that horseshoe end up getting busted here or there for other things. So, and that's why a lot of them always say that. So, grift is life for them, for sure. Not for me. Probably not for you. But for them, yes. If I was a grifter, I wouldn't have bent fingers. Look Look at that middle finger right there. That shit can't even go straight. It's like I gotta turn this way to make it straight. I know, Jeffy. I know. Didn't I tell you he was gonna do that? See, Jeffy? Because either, like I said, either I'm a mind reader and a gypsy, which I'm not, or it's just easy to tell. My luck. Good morning, Aqua. How are you? So, yeah, you guys inundated me with comments and I was laughing at it. It was like, I knew it. Just like I knew when I'd get on here at 10 o'clock this morning when they're supposed to start at 10 o'clock. It's 10:16. We knew they wouldn't be on at 10. That's why when people ask me, what time is that? I said, well, just come in by 10:15. We'll usually start by then, and trust me, even if you come in and they're on, you haven't missed anything, which is true, right? You're still just sticking around doing the Pledge of Allegiance and all that other shit. So, Jamie, as soon as I got off the stream, literally about 120 seconds after I stopped the stream, he walked out from between the cars and just dropped the gun to the ground and turned himself around and walked backwards to the nearest, SWAT operator. They put him in custody. That was it. Realistically, it was the best case scenario for that dude. And really what it was just a waste of time in that sense. And that's that. And, yeah. That's really what it boiled down to, and he didn't die. Nobody died. Everybody got to go home safely, which is fantastic. Obviously he's hurting in some way. Hopefully he can get some counseling. And that's just it. I mean, what we're talking about is a 11-hour standoff. So if you sat there for 11 hours to watch the ending, that's pretty anticlimactic, in my opinion anyways. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for y'all, but for me, it's pretty, it's pretty boring. And that's why I don't normally cover these things. And normally, the news doesn't cover these things. And I guarantee you, if he was inside of Hobby Lobby, they wouldn't have covered it the same way. Why? Because then the tactics would have been different for the SWAT. And then the SWAT, that guy could have been in there on his phone watching their every move. So Channel 5, Channel 7, those guys, they wouldn't have been there. Or they would have been there. They just would have showed you a quick 30-second shot saying, hey, this is where we are. This is what's going on. We'll see you at 8. We'll see you at 9. We'll see you at 10. And every hour, they give you a little update for a 30-second snippet. And that's it. They're not going to sit there with a live stream like they were doing last night. So that really did change it. Trust me. Oh, here we go. Fucking finally. Only 19 minutes late today. Better than 45, right?
Sarah Stoss, and I'll be chairing the meeting today.
Oh!
Public comment will be taken both in person and
President
in the council
didn't just show
chamber
up.
and also via teleconference for today's meeting. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfield,
Hi,
De
Terry.
Leon, Harris Dawson,
Hi, FM,
Hernandez,
Rob.
Hutt, Krikorian, Lee,
Bipolar.
McCosker, Padilla, Park,
Hi, BJ.
Price, Rahman,
Sal.
Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Hi, Terry.
All right, first order of
Hi,
business.
Weedy.
Approval of the minutes of August 29th, 2023.
Councilmember Park moves. Councilmember Yaroslavsky seconds. Next.
Commendatory
Snow?
resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Hutt moves. Councilmember Soto Martinez seconds.
Coffee
Next.
here.
Mr. President, there is a request to hold item 35 on the desk.
Without objection, we run through the
Imagine it,
agenda?
Jamie. Imagine that,
Items
and
1
you're
through
getting paid
17 are items
$250,000.
for which public hearings have been held.
And you show up
Items
late every day.
15 through 34 are items for which public hearings have not been held. Please note that no council
Their
action
starting
required for
salary is
item 19
$210,000.
inasmuch as council has already taken action on the matter. Item 35 is a closed session item considered by the Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right.
I didn't do
without
the laundry. I
objection,
still
those
need to,
items are now
Jizzle.
before
Today.
us.
Yesterday fucked me all up being on way too
Open the
long
roll.
and on early and everything
Close
else.
the roll.
Here's a storm surge,
Tabulate
guys.
the vote.
We were watching
If
it
I may,
last
Mr.
night.
President,
This is what the
would the
hurricane
council
did.
like to call any
Doesn't
item
look like
special?
much. People
All
just
right,
milling around.
We'll take items to be called special at this moment.
Not a whole lot of
Councilmember
damage
Rodriguez.
here, anyways.
Yes, Mr.
Gulfport,
President, I'd like to call item-
Gulfport,
I'd like to hold item one.
Florida.
All right. Item 1 will be held. Mr. De Leon.
Item number 5 for special for comments.
Item number 5 for comments. Mr. Soto Martinez.
Thank you, Council President. 6
Storm has
and
passed.
7 for
Pretty
separate
empty in there
vote,
today.
15 and 16 for comments, and 30 for
Younger
a separate
version of
vote.
Ben Carson without the brain.
All right. Please do not disrupt the meeting. This is your first
Ben
warning.
Carson's a
It's a woman
brain
wearing
surgeon.
wearing
I assure
a
you.
straw hat.
He's no brain surgeon.
Miss Lewis.
No way.
Thank
Look at
you.
him. Look at him.
All right.
No way.
Given those, any more specials, members? Ms. Rahman.
Miss Rahman. I thought it was
Let's call item
ramen.
4 special.
Is it Rahman or ramen?
Right, item 4.
Who's right or who's wrong? I think it's Rahman.
All right. Any
It's not
more
ramen, but they all
specials?
call her ramen, except for him.
All right. Seeing no other specials, which we're now able to vote on the items that have not been called special.
Look, you can't even
so
figure it
which
out.
items are before us?
Looks
be
like he's
voted on?
stoned. Look at him.
Mr.
He looks like he
President,
smoked a
the
joint
council may now
out
vote on
back. Look at
items
him.
2, 3, 7 through 14, and 17.
I think 7 was called special. Is that right?
He looks stoned, bro. Don't even know where he's at.
The items called special are item 1, item 4, 5, and 6, 15, and 16.
Okay. Ms. Padilla?
14, please.
So item 14. And Mr. Soto Martinez, you didn't call 6 and 7? You called 6. Yeah, Mr. Soto Martinez, 6 and 7. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Spindler's there. Look, he's
All right.
up all the way in the back with his coffee.
And for
Got a
the
nice
record, Mr.
beige
President,
shirt on
The
today.
council may now vote on items 2,
His khaki
3,
slacks.
7 through 13, and 17.
Willis is high.
All right. Those items are now before us.
You don't look like Willis.
Open the roll.
Where is Todd Bridges now, man? Boy, you don't see him at all.
7 has been
He's
called
the only
special.
one left of the
All right.
kids. Different strokes.
Close the roll.
Dana passed.
Tabulate the vote.
You know, Gary Coleman
11
passed. Really,
right,
all of them
we
did.
will
Mrs.
now,
Garrett,
go
the
to public
dad,
comment, and
they
we
all
will
died.
begin
The whole cast,
with
but
speakers
Todd.
in the council.
And Todd was
chamber.
the one smoking crack the most. Jesus. You know, yeah, poor Dana Blair.
Thank you,
She
Mr.
ended up
President.
dead
As
in an
indicated on the
RV.
agenda, members of the public wishing
bad
to offer
life at the
public
end.
comment should call 669-254-5252
I do got my
and
coffee,
use
Nancy.
meeting ID
Every
number
morning. I can't wake up.
160-535-8466 and then press
was dealing
pound.
meth, huh?
Then press
Didn't
pound
even know.
again when prompted for participant ID.
know he was using
Once
drugs,
admitted
but-
into the meeting, press star.
But again, you know, a lot of these young kids, you know, it's a lot of fame, it's a lot of fortune. They got all this money, you know, and keeping up with the Hollywood Joneses, and drugs are everywhere. And then all of a sudden, you're just doing drugs like everybody else, and then you're hooked on them. And yeah, it's a bad deal, man.
Again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
To people
How
providing
did that
public
stand
comment
of
when it's your
go?
turn to speak,
Huh?
either at the
I don't
podium or on
understand
the
that.
phone.
Is that English?
Please state which of the
Dan?
agenda items you'd like to speak to and or whether you want to provide
did
general
that
public
stand of
comment.
go?
You'll have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the
Still don't
items
get it.
open for public comment, and if you wish, 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to the items before beginning general public comment.
Me and
We'll
my
tell you when your
generation?
time is up. When speaking
Well, I'm
on
not
the
a
agenda
boomer,
items,
you idiot,
must
and I
be
know
on
you're an
topic.
you're
Our
an
goal is
idiot
to get to as
millennial
many
or,
speakers as
or
we
Gen
can.
Z who doesn't
If
know
you're
how
not
to
on
count.
topic or
I
we
get
can't
that. A
tell
lot of you
whether
guys, you don't know how to count. You don't know how to use a watch. You know, tell time. You don't know how to write in cursive, and you don't know how, you know, to do mathematics. Because again, I'm not a boomer. I'm not old enough to be one. But I get you're not that smart, bro.
The items open for public comment are number
You're an idiot
18
moron.
and 20 through
Okay, go back to
34.
playing
Again, that's
fucking
numbers 18
Minecraft,
and
bro.
20
Stick in
through
the controller
34.
in your asshole.
You may, of
It'll make
course,
the world a
speak to
bunch
any
of
the
better
other
place.
items or
Much better
anything
place
else
for
in
you.
the city's subject matter
Just play another game.
jurisdiction during your 1 minute of general public comment. For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message
Bro, I'm
from
number
Zoom will
1 in
prompt you
math.
to
Sure
press
you are, bro.
star 6 to mute yourself.
Sure you
If
are,
you
bro.
don't do so, council staff
Sure you are,
prompt you-
bro.
prompt you once more.
Uh-huh.
At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or you'll unfortunately forfeit your time and we'll move on to the next speaker. Finally, because of
Hysterical.
the brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, 2 things are important. First, while you're waiting for your turn to speak, keep one ear to the phone. so you
no, I
hear
haven't
in
even
real
done one
time
yet,
When it's your turn
Marty.
to press star 6. Please don't listen to the meeting
Marty
only
will
on
get
your
one right
computer,
now.
channel 35, or other devices. Second, if you're listening
he's
to the
number
meeting
one
on
in
other
math class.
devices, please
Sure he
turn
is.
down the volume of those devices immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between the time delay and feedback, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on the other devices. Thank you.
Thank you to our city attorney. Let's start with our first public comment speaker.
As we call your name, please make your way to the side of the room. You do not
Probably
have
the groomer
to
from last week,
speak in the
probably.
order that we say, but
Forgot
please
about
come
him.
up when we call your name.
Forgot about that guy.
Wayne from Encino,
Wayne-
Andrew Grobner,
Spindler.
Stacy Segarra Bollinger, Adam Smith, Arnold Sachs,
Oh,
Jermaine Sanchez.
yes. Yes, we get Spindler first. We got Mr. Sachs. We got fucking coming up. Might as well get your over-under in because he's next. So here we go.
That's right. Start off with the all-star team's cleanup hitter. That's right.
That's
3
right.
minutes
See,
and
he
1
knows
minute
the cleanup
in
hitter.
the general fucking public comment period.
Let's go.
So yes, you don't see my puppet here. He's on strike supporting the hotel workers on 2nd in Los Angeles. Let's give Goat Puppet a hand. Wherever you are, Goat Puppet. So now we got item number 1, and that is Unisys on South Columbia Avenue with a reap. Yeah, nobody wants to live there.
I'm sorry, Speaker, item number 1 is not available for public comment. You can
No,
speak to it in your general public comment.
No, I said CD1.
You can speak to items 18 or items 20
Yeah,
through
but
34.
you're running my fucking time and interrupting me. Put my time back on my clock. I said 1. Don't you hear, foo? What's wrong? Look at this guy. Look, they're starting my fucking time. Look at this, Imelda. You see what they do? They abuse me. You see why I'm in a bad fucking mood all the time? If they'd start treating me fairly, Kevin, if they'd start treating me fairly. Look, they start my fucking, put my time back on. You took away 15 seconds of my time. You're not going to do that?
You can
Okay.
speak to the items
See-
right now.
See, it don't matter. You know, see, you're a slave owner too. See, it don't matter. It's the same shit. So, CD1, is she in her seat here? No, don't give a shit. You know, and it's too bad for Unisys. I brought her a snack. See that? I got her a piece of pizza, and she doesn't show up. Now I got to give this snack to somebody else. What a goddamn shame. So yes, we say yes. Then we got, my God, look at this, what Kevin's doing. Now you see what Kevin does on number 34. You see, he finds the money. He found $900,000 underneath a seat cushion in the front row here. Let's give him a hand.
900 grand.
That was left by the former councilman, the indicted council member, because what happened, he had another box of alcohol and he accidentally dropped it. $900,000 cash went underneath the mattress. That's where he found it. Good job, Kevin. Keep looking for that money. Jose Huizar's got hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash everywhere, on the sides of the 110 freeway, on the 170, underneath mattresses. He's got hundreds of thousands of dollars. All you got to do is look for it. That's right, Marchese, because you know about the third alcohol box, don't you? See, I told you about it. Good job. Then we've got more of this bucket shit. Look at this. Look at all these reaps. Then you want snitches for stitches. But you're only offering $50,000, right? I told you, and I told you what the gang members told me. They're not going to snitch for less than $500,000 because of inflation. You got to have at least $500,000. Now, my general comment, Imelda won't cut the weeds. She will not do weed abatement in the Sepulveda Basin. I try and I try and I try, and she won't get rid of the fire hazard. All the way from the 405, all the way to Balboa Boulevard, all the way down Woodley. They can't get rid of the goddamn weeds, the fire hazard. Now what are we going to do here? Now see, somebody would help me, but nobody's going to help me. So who's going to help me? The federal government's going to help me because it's federal property, right? That's what I had to do before. Don't make me go back there, cut the goddamn weeds, and get rid of the fire hazard. And finally, we want to know one thing. We want to know, how come Kevin De Leon's suspension hasn't been lifted yet? You let an indicted member sit on this council, but Kevin's never been charged with a crime. Lift that fucking suspension and put him back on fucking committee so he can do more good work.
That's your time.
Fighting for the racist. I love it. All right, guys. Let's get it. Under over. I told you. Under over 15. Let's go. Hurry. Look at the Black Lives Matter shirt.
It's in the kiosk.
What a joke.
But it is,
Fucking joke.
let's see, 29, 30, 30.
Fucking puppet.
3, 34, and general comment.
Okay, you'll have 3 minutes for public comment and 1 minute for general public. comment.
All right. 29 is reward money for snitches. Once again, we never have any reward money for when the cops shoot and kill someone, like they did. Like they killed like 2 people in 24 hours. Like recently, they killed they killed another person this weekend. And they're just killing people left and right. I mean, it's like, but we never get any reward money if we have any information on that. So we should allow people to get rich off reward money, because the cops frequently shoot people. So so you could give some reward money to give some information on when the cops shoot someone, but you never do that. 30 is overtime funding for LAPD at parks within CD2, the Paul Krikorian's district. So fuck that. No funding for the LAPD. Are you going to vote against it this time finally, Nithya, or are you going to vote to give more money to the LAPD like you always keep doing? So let's see you vote against that this time. Vote no on the LAPD funding. Let's see all of you do that. All right. Moving on to item 33, unspecified services in CD5. Not quite clear. As always, it's not quite clear what those services are. 34 is a KDL motion seconded by Imelda, for funding for beautification services within CD14. I'm guessing you could beautify CD14 a little bit if Kevin De Leon was no longer the council member. That might beautify things up a little bit. You might have a better council member for CD14. So we could have had a special election months ago, but again, KDL still doesn't resign, so maybe the best way to beautify CD14 would be to get rid of Kevin De Leon. All right, general comment. So yesterday I mentioned that there's a council rule that many of you frequently overlook. Council Rule 15. Let's read it. The presiding officer shall preserve decorum and decide all questions of order. The decision of the chair shall prevail unless reversed by the vote of at least 8 votes on the question, shall the chair be overruled? A second is not required, and the appeal shall be decided without debate. So that means any of you can object to any removal, but none of you ever do that. Why? You should be objecting to the removals, and because they're wrong, they're unjust. So you should be objecting to those removals. Tracy, what the hell was the thing you introduced yesterday? You're now trying to force unhoused people into these camps, these designated camps. That's just fascism. Resign KDL. Fuck pretty much all of you, and vote no on the police.
Pretty much all of you. 25. He looks so weird with his hair. I'm telling you, homie looks just like the killer in Last Action Hero. The dude that was trying to kill Arnold the whole time, Arnold Schwarzenegger the whole time. Looks just like him.
Good morning. Can you please remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you would like to speak to?
My name is Jermaine Sanchez. I want to know I can to take 4 minutes for speak public comments and something I need to say. So I can.
Which items? I understand you do want to do general public
25,
comment. But
he
which
went
of
well
the other
over.
items would you like to speak on?
Well over today.
Yeah, something for my family, about my family and what's happening with me.
Okay, so you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Yeah, but can I get to 4 minutes?
No.
You can have 3 minutes if
1
you're
minute.
speaking to multiple
Okay,
items
no
that are
worry.
on the agenda.
No worry, it's okay. I have my rights, I have the right to come to speak with you. And
Okay,
I
you
have
have
the
1
right,
minute for general public comment.
You listen to me, okay, it's okay. I came because, right here, Mitchell Som, Luis Ling, Adolf Fischer, Samuel Friend, Albert R. Derson, Hoyson Spice, Oscar New, George Fembe. That this person was killed for the government, for fighting for 8 hours for day, okay? They was killed, okay? And you right now take a break for the Labor Day, For you think we are no slaves, we need to work more than 8 hours a day for pay a rent? What kind of criminals are you when I need to pay for application for get a rent? Eh? That's my right. That's my right. Not only in the Constitution. It's the right for the United States signed it. The human rights, 10 December 1948 in Paris. Okay? All the people right here around the LA, the people is not living okay. Okay? The people, you are take the things for the people and destroy it. That's not okay. You are taking the...
Speaker, your time is up.
I mean, he gets the gist of it. Hopefully he doesn't vote for them. Hopefully you don't vote for them, buddy.
Your time has expired. Your time has expired for this meeting.
Yeah, he's angry. So I'm saying, don't vote for these people. Let's hope. Let's hope you don't vote for them. Just remember that.
Your time has expired. We're going to go to our next
when
speaker.
they spit in your face, and then you vote for them again, or another one of their, friends, I have I don't feel sorry for you or whatever. Let it keep happening. Who's this?
Speaker, can you remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you'd like to speak to?
Yeah, my name is Adam Smith from the LA Community Action Network Human and Civil Rights Committee, and I signed up for general public comment and number 30.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for number 30 and 1 minute for general public comment.
All right. Number 30 is from Paul Krikorian, seconded by Councilmember Rodriguez, and I quote, transfer and appropriate $270,000 from the Council Community Projects line item in the General City Purposes Fund and designate for, quote, North Hollywood Parks Facilities Security and Community Engagement Event, CD2, to the Police Fund for overtime for LAPD. Just worth bringing up, who spends their time at parks, families, kids. And if we're talking about CD2 and kids and LAPD, it makes me think about Valentina Oriana Peralta, who was murdered by a North Hollywood police officer in 2021. General comment, the items were moved because they've already been spoken on about the RV bans in CD10 and CD11, but I think it's lifting up that, I don't know, under a pretense of public safety, I guess, you're talking about banning RVs from overnight parking, but we know this is just more criminalization of poor and other people by a city that ultimately wants to take people's homes and shelters under an empty promise of permanent housing that doesn't actually exist at some future time. But we know in the process of that displacement and criminalization, vulnerable people, or should I say people vulnerable, I can't say the word.
Vulnerable?
Vulnerable people are more susceptible.
Good old Democrats.
To more precarity, more illness, and worse when 6 people are dying a day. It's been 78 days since the 60-day report back on 4118 efficacy and cost has been introduced.
Using big words,
Councilmember Yaroslavsky, where is that report back? It's been 78 days.
Smart.
Say something about it.
Getting smart. You getting smart, son? Won't be getting
As the
smart
next
on
speaker
me.
comes up, we'll call out a few more names. Jeff D., Michelle Sanchez, Paul F., Mr. Herman.
Oh, Mr. Herman
Speaker, can
and
you remind
Mr.
us of the
Sachs
name you
coming
signed
up.
under and which items you'd like to
Fucking
speak
love
to?
him. There he goes.
Stacey Segura-Bollinger, items 30, 33, 34, and general public
Let's get a
comment.
song.
You'll have 3 minutes and 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay. Item 30 is funding for overtime for police in parks in North Hollywood. Besides the fact that the police budget is one of the...
Excuse me for
Yes.
1 second. I think we have a clock malfunction. It's not going.
Yeah, God forbid
There
you
you
let
go.
her
You're back
get
on.
an extra 20 seconds in there.
We should be using the money in better ways to serve parks and the park patrons than giving the police overtime funding when they should be working that out in their own budget. They literally have billions of dollars. I'm sure Parks and Rec probably could use that money in a better way. I'm going to go to 34, then 33, because that one's a doozy. Item 34 Why are we seconding Kevin's motions, Ms. Padilla, Imelda? You could have done better. You had a fresh slate. You didn't have a trail of broken promises in your wake like your colleagues. It would be cool if you'd look at me when I'm speaking to you instead of scrolling on your phone. Thank you. Whatever you're doing, you should be paying attention.
It's true, though.
It's really shameful how willing this body is to continue to push Kevin's motions. Item 33. So the thing that struck me in this language, first off, was the vague nature of relative to personal services contract with Vivian Rescalvo to provide services for the 5th Council District. Katie Yaroslavsky moved this. I was like, personal services, that's really vague. There's also no amount specified. It says, encumber the necessary funds against the contractual services. What are those services and what are those funds going to be? But then I said, who's Vivian Rescalvo? And it turns out she's worked for someone whose name sounds familiar. Zev Yaroslavsky? Is that his name? Your father-in-law, Katie? Zev Yaroslavsky? Your father-in-law?
It's our father.
So Vivian Rescalvo worked for Zev Yaroslavsky on and off from the 90s through 2000s. She was his education deputy. Why would Katie Yaroslavsky want to give Vivian Rescalvo an undetermined amount of money for personal services, whatever that means? Maybe it's because she's apparently really close to dear old dad-in-law. That's, in this current climate, it's, you got some cojones on you to be putting this motion here and putting it on for public comment. Vivian Rescalvo was all up in your dad-in-law's administration. So why are we taking money from your stakeholders to pay her for personal services? She also works at Metro. So if we need services from Metro, why don't we go straight to Metro? Why are we going to Vivian Rescalvo, who has a long history with the Yaroslavskys?
Who ban everything.
Nithya, we're still waiting on a statement regarding Jamie York's appointment. You weren't here for that vote. You owe it to your constituents and stakeholders to say something. It's been many months since the revelation. You promised to break quorum without a resignation. Where's the resignation? Where's the resignation? Where's the resignation? Since that time you voted on all of Kevin's motions. You're tacitly approving his racist emotions. Need a resignation, need a resignation, need a resignation. Nation. KDL, need a resignation, Krikorian, get a resignation, maybe Corinne, need a resignation, KDL, need a resignation, yeah.
I don't even know which song that is, but it's pretty awesome. That one slaps like a muv. Shit slaps. Shit goes hard. Here we go. Mr. Sachs, my fave.
Speaker, please remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you'd like to speak to.
I signed up under the name of Arnold Sachs, public comment, and the items in the 20s, I don't remember which ones they were.
What's available is item 18 and items 20 through 34.
Okay. So what would you like me to speak about first?
Which items would you like to speak on?
The 20s, like the housing department, the homelessness, how it became from homeless
So
to
item
homelessness.
20, you'll have 1 minute and then 1 minute for your general public comment.
What about the other items? I got 3 minutes. I signed up
Yes.
for more
Which
than
items would you
5
like to speak on?
items.
Would you like to speak on all of them?
Yes.
Okay, that's 18 and 20 through 34.
That's fine. So am I speaking on the items on the agenda or on the items of public comment?
This time's already going.
Speak to the agenda items first and your public comment
Okay,
afterwards.
so let's discuss the agenda item. When the hell did it change from homeless to homelessness? You're stealing public money. That's all you're doing. You're stealing public money. You're throwing it down this empty sewer for homelessness. You're not getting anything done. You've had how many multiple plans for Skid Row? Why is it spelled with a Z? What's the spelling? You're wasting public funding. You changed LAUSD. You're charging, they're paying over $29,000 per student in some of these districts. Why are they spending $29,000 per student? And what are they getting? Who fucked up the computers for LAUSD? Who had that contract? Let me think about that for a second. Who do you think it was? The great intervener. Who was that? Who ended up with all the money all the time? Kevin. You know who Jan Perry was? She didn't run the first district.
I'm sorry,
Neither
Speaker,
did
which item
Gilbert
are you speaking
Lindsay.
to?
Anyway, we're still about homelessness. You've had 15 plans. Even Mayor James Hahn had a plan in 2001. You spent over trillions of dollars. What do you got going?
Which item are you speaking to? We can move you to your general public
I'm speaking on
comment.
the 20 items on LAHD, Los Angeles Housing Department. How fucked up is it? You're just wasting money. It's true. You're stealing money from everybody. It's true. Measure R, Measure M. They're fucking, they're not real letters. It's LADOT. Why are there 3 different LADOTs? What does fucking transportation do if you got LADOT and LADOT? You got buses that are supposed to be America's clean air.
Speaker, I don't think you're speaking to any particular agenda item. We can move you to your general public comment.
Am I on general public now? My time is running. When do I get general public comment?
Right
you
now.
Fuck me again. So let's talk about the new normal and Waymo and Cat Packer and the fucking privatization of the city and more equality and Austin Butner and Ty dollar signs. You're not using dollar signs anymore.
Ty dollars.
And Bitcoin Arena. Isn't Bitcoin considered illegal by the federal government? And Mark Ridley Thomas getting 4 terms. How could he get 4 fucking terms? He was a drug dealer his whole fucking life. He was dealing drugs ever since the 70s. Him and Janice Hahn had this whole plan together. What happened to Obamacare? Obamacare is about the phones, but the Affordable Care Act is for affordable care. It's Medi-Cal, not Medi-Cal. You fucked up. It was his fucking retirement party that he had in City Hall. He fucked this whole city up.
God damn, I love him. He's fucking awesome. I could listen to him talk
your
for an
time is
hour.
up.
I could listen to him talk for an hour. I don't care what it is. You can talk about Matchbox cars, fucking cakes, bicycles. I don't give a fuck. I need to hear him for an hour.
Speaker, please
Uninterrupted.
let us know which name you signed up under and which items you'd like to speak to.
I signed up under the name Jeff D. I'd like 2 minutes for general public comment.
You can have 1 minute for general public comment.
I understand the rules, like I've been here for a while. I believe there's an ability of the board to give discretion, to give me 2 minutes to talk just generally. I believe what I'll say will be within the subject matter of the board.
You have 1 minute for general public comment and your time has already started.
I feel that's not in the best interest of the city of Los Angeles, if I may respectfully. If you just give me 2 minutes, I'd talk, I would leave, then there would be no need for disruption.
You're not special.
I feel you would be causing a disruption unnecessarily, if you don't mind. Marquise, please. Azizam, my Uncle Jimmy, you know, the Persians. Don't disrespect the Persians, please. They're very prideful people, Iranians, you know. Azizam, you ever hear that? It means like beloved. 2 minutes, Azizam.
You got 14 seconds, bud. At some point in time, he'll start.
That's my minute. Can I just have 1 more minute? You're smiling. You're such a nice
Thank
guy.
you so
Look
much.
at this
That's your
beautiful
time.
man.
Thank you so much. That's your time. Next speaker.
Bye. See you later, bro.
That's your time. Please leave the podium so the next person can speak.
Mr. Spindler, please stop shouting.
That's your
Would the
time.
gentleman
Please leave the
holding the book in
podium.
the air, please stop shouting.
Of course they do golf, and these are the people that
At
vote
this
for
point,
them.
you are disrupting
For
the
the
meeting.
most part. It's their constituents for the most part.
Sir,
I already told him to stop, so I think that's his warning.
sir with the mohawk and the book in the air, you're disrupting the meeting. This
holding
is
his
your first
Bible.
warning.
The same guy that was screaming at him earlier.
All right, the person at the
We haven't even seen Mr. Herman
podium
yet.
subject section to Rule 12. You're asked to leave the meeting.
Stone, bro.
You have successfully disrupted
Look
the
at those
meeting,
eyes.
so now we're asking you to leave
Look at the eyes.
pursuant to Rule 12. Next speaker, please.
Glossy, a little red.
Hi, my name is Michelle Sanchez, and I would like to get 3 minutes for speaking.
Pardon me, can you get a little closer to the microphone?
3 minutes.
Huh?
Can you speak a little closer to the microphone?
Oh, is that better? I was asking.
What name did you sign up
Look in
under?
the back,
Which
look in the
item
back.
would you like to speak on?
Hold on, they're interrupting you. I want to make sure the room can hear your testimony. You've been asked to leave the chambers. We ask you to do it quietly. Thank you. Now you're on. Yes.
Can I get 3 minutes for a general?
Which items would you like to speak to? Items 18 and items 20 through 34 are available for public comment.
What?
Items 18 and 20 through 34 are available for public comment.
Okay.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Huh?
Which items would you like to speak to?
Public comment.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute.
Okay. Well, what I just saw of all of you, that was unfair. I mean, I think you guys know the numbers 1 through 100, so 3 minutes is 3 minutes. What you did to my dad, not giving him 3 minutes, you repeated the rules on yourself, the city attorney, so I don't think that's like kind of fair, but you guys work here for a good reason, not for dumb reasons, just because you want to come here and sit down. So it was fair to give my dad 3 minutes, and like as she said, she repeated the rules of this room. So I just want to know why she did that and give me an answer for it, because I didn't like it. And my dad, we don't have a home in the first place. We've asked for help for Karen Bass. My mom cried here just because she wanted a home. And I am 16 years old, so I believe I'm supposed to have a home for my brother, my dad, and me. And my dad, he's been on coma because of all of you, because of my case. But thank you.
Sad deal.
The gentleman with the mohawk, you've been warned twice now not to disrupt the meeting.
That's your second warning. Next speaker, please.
Just remember when you go vote again, how these people treated you. That's all I say to all these people. Because I wouldn't be going to talk to these people if I went. Because none of them going to listen to you.
Paul F.
I'd turn around
General
and talk to the
comment.
people
You'll have 1
that are
minute.
complaining
My
constantly.
name is Paul. I'm with Los Angeles Community Action Network, Human and Civil Rights Committee. Katie, where's the report back for your motion 210329-S4? It's now 78 days late. Fellow residents of CD5 and those of us trying to protect our most vulnerable neighbors celebrated your attempt to require accountability and transparency from the city. But there's no excuse for this report from the CLA to be almost 3 months late. Who you are as a council person seems to be coming into clear focus now, regardless of your waffling on issues around homelessness as reported in the Times. You've now aligned yourself with homeless haters like Trumpy Park, who believe that poverty is contagious. Poverty is not contagious, but hatred is, Katie. As a resident of CD5, I can't imagine anyone I know wanting a four-legged weapon of war terrorizing poor folks or not wanting ethics oversight on the most corrupt political body in the country.
Robot dog.
But you voted otherwise. And now you agree with Trumpy Park that we must now move poor folks in their RVs with a bullshit
little
promise
Democrat
of permanent
crybaby.
housing. You're voting on your own here. Please, it's not too late. Get that report back.
Oh, you're mad that the Democrat you voted for didn't do what you wanted him to do.
All right, it looks like that exhausts speakers
What?
in person.
What?
We have,
Where's Mr. Herman? I heard Mr. Herman's
I think
name.
we'll go to virtual public comment for 15 minutes now.
That's bullshit. I heard Mr. Herman's name
First
called.
speaker.
That's fucked
What
up.
items would you like to speak on?
Piece of shits, dude.
Hello? Which items would you
They
like to
didn't
speak
do what
on?
they said they were going to do.
So 20 through 28, 30, 34, and general public comment, please.
You'll have 3 minutes and 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, so 20 through 28 is all about removing property. I believe this is for homeless folks. The governor stated he spent $15.3 billion on homelessness, yet, our homeless population is growing. Removing property, instead of spending resources on removing houseless property, why don't you spend that on actual housing? Wow, that kind of makes sense, right? 30, y'all voted for more money for police in a park for overtime when you just granted another $400 million over the course of 4 years when they already get $30.4 billion on top of the $87 million that Mayor Bass just gave them. They're overfunded and crime is down, and they just killed another person.
Crime is down?
Got 23 people
Sure,
this
Democrat.
year already, 15 of which they've killed, and no one's been held accountable. 34, KDL. Why is any motion being brought by him when he's a criminal? He was doing backdoor deals about redistricting and stealing resources from communities and making racist comments. You hold a black council member accountable, Mark Ridley Thomas, who's facing 3 years now. But why is the white collar crime criminals that are actually white still sitting on this board? And the motions for beautification, aka gentrification, pushing poor black and brown people out of their communities. This is ridiculous. On to general public
But it's
comment.
okay if they're white and they're poor.
This city
Oh, wait, there's no
council has
white
been
poor
corrupt,
people. I forgot. My bad.
And, it's been corrupt for decades. You're mismanaging public funds.
My bad.
Lining your own pockets and lining big developers' pockets, lining the police department with more money, and you're ciphering these resources from black and brown communities which are underserved.
What?
We need this money for housing, mental health services, healthy food, education, senior and youth programs, disabled, differently abled folks programs, things of that nature.
Trans
But you're
education.
The city's continually mismanaging our funds, and it's highly criminal that you're still operating. And by the way, last meeting, a couple days ago, or excuse me, last week, about the $400 million for the police, you all, city officials were attacking babies and children in these chambers, and that's unacceptable. You had city officials and police attacking babies and children.
Sure they did.
That is completely disgusting.
Sure.
It's unconscionable that you would allow this, and the police shouldn't even be in these chambers.
Speaker, your
It's
time
a
is up.
public meeting.
Next caller, please.
Bye-bye,
Next
crybaby
caller.
Democrat.
What items would you like to speak
Let me
on?
lick up her tears off her cheek. Hi, Kat. It's good to see you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Did I sleep? Yes, not much,
Hello?
Steve.
Yes, which items would you like to speak to?
About 4 hours or less.
That speaker has disconnected. We'll move on to the next speaker.
All these Democrats make me laugh. Crybaby bitches.
Speak with
I
the
love
last
to
four
hear their
digits
tears through the
5686.
phone.
Please press
It's the
star
best.
6 to mute yourself. You are now unmuted.
They're killing babies inside the city
Go
hall.
ahead.
Which items would you like to speak to?
What items are available for public comment?
Items 18 and 20 through 34.
18, 13 through 24, okay.
Sorry, that's 18 and 20 through 34.
They hang up on him too? Yeah, they did,
Okay.
Steve.
Okay, I'd like to speak on, let me see.
He gave up, John. 2 minutes after I stopped streaming.
All right, I'd like to speak on general public comment, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning, Council. It's surprise, surprise. Current Price is not in his seat at the council chambers. I hope he did the right thing of stepping down. And I hope that you guys suspended him from the council pending his criminal case. You guys should do the same thing to Current Price, like I'm asked you guys before. You guys suspended Mark Ridley Thomas from the city council chambers pending his criminal case. I would like you to do the same thing for Current Price. He needs to be suspended from the city council pending his criminal case. Can somebody in this council introduce a motion or an item to suspend Current Price from the city council pending his criminal case? Can somebody please do that for us? The community is calling for you guys to do that, and none of you guys seem to care.
Speaker, your
And
time is
when
up.
we call it,
No, he's the pro temp. Marquise Harris Dawson.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
He was the pro temp, I believe, and then he had to step down.
Speaker with the last four digits 1964. Please press star 6 to mute yourself.
Hi, Evog.
how are you? Hello, gentlemen.
Speaker, which items would you like to speak to?
General public, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
If I speak fast, I'm like the wolf, Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. I got a lot to say. Yesterday I had an epiphany watching Hernandez wearing that white outfit. She looked gorgeous, and I thought to myself, why don't we 3D image her body, her torso? She would make a great mattress. Can you imagine how much money the LA City Council can make off a mattress? A fluffy and puffy mattress with 2 built-in pillows? Next.
This is not on any topic under the jurisdiction of the council.
No, I want to sing a song. You came without taking. Oh, Stacy, you kissed me and loved you. But don't tell your husband, Barry Manilow. Lobster 4501 YouTube.
We can move to the next caller. This person's
The
not on a
lobster.
discernible topic.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
Lobster's now singing to Stacy. I love it. It's awesome.
Thank you. Eric Previn.
Eric
I'd like
Previn.
to speak on the available items and also general public comment.
That's items 18 and 20 through 34.
Okay. Well, today's Wednesday, and we've got the rules. So 32. We're going to give Hugo Sato Martinez is getting to be the voting delegate for the city of LA. This is like a little Mitch O'Farrell cheerleader job at the California League of California Cities, the annual conference in Sacramento. This is his evolving into a rank and file council member from an organizer and activist. It's a painful process, but it's a process. Item 30 is, as people have articulated, Krikorian, who has done one of the most masterful. He's the head con man, and he's done a great job of sliding all the problems to Nithya Raman, but for the police department and the OT in CG2, because we do have a community that needs protection. So he pushes 270,000 right up to the edge for the cops in North Hollywood, which are our guys and gals. So thank you. Thank you for all that, overtime security at parks, just what we need. Hey, while you're protecting the parks, how about not giving away all the open space to either your own fetish projects, like the giant high school regulation gymnasium, which nobody wants nor needs, for $20 million, not joking, outrageous, net zero, Eric Garcetti, appalling misuse, greenwashing, like nobody's business at our Studio City Rec Center, or sliding right around the corner to Wixit, where the fire station is supposed to protect us. Hey, how about a 2,000 person, very elite rich people arena in our, again, open space with big, beautiful old trees. They call it, Mr. Harris Dawson, I know you don't pay attention, the lungs of Studio City. So why don't you ask how Nithya Raman feels about that? Because she doesn't seem to give a shit because of the Harvard Westlake money bank. It's a money bank. Anthony Pritzker is giving over $100 million to bulldoze trees in an area where people live. I find it appalling, but I want to thank
Speaker,
Vivian
which item are you
Rescalvo
speaking to?
33. Vivian Rescalvo, I want to ask her if she'll ask Zev about the Zev Greenway and whether or not the county, because she's supposed to be a 30-year veteran, maybe she could ask Zev whether or not the county intends to give some kind of a sweetheart deal to an elite academy that is trying to take over and commandeer what has always been publicly accessible. Hugo, organizers, Unisys, always been accessible to the public. Here we're being asked to buy a very carefully scripted little set of lies that say, oh no, it's going to be, we're doing this for the public. I mean, you could not think of a more arch, it's like on the nose to the point where you're kidding me. It is Wall Street having its way with Main Street in the presence of our great progressive front. So no, thank you. Now, in terms of the reward, the city council has to behave.
You're in general
differently
public
than all
comment
the-
now.
Oh, okay. By the way, who's speaking?
What's up, Flusher?
This is you're not Mr. Gross, are you? Who has just addressed me? That's why okay, so you're not gonna, you wanna go the route of current price? That's fine. Listen, Mr. Krikorian and Fauble have been stonewalling the parcel numbers.
Fauble.
Where he apparently is some kind of an owner or such that he would recuse himself on some big rental issues. So I've asked repeatedly, and now I'm giving you a chance, Fauble, or whoever you are, attorney who doesn't have a name, Gross, David Michelson in the mayor's office, to provide those parcels so we can know that in fact if there is rent, stabilized ordinance, protected stuff, that he has to recuse himself for some meaningful reason as opposed to chicanery and the con that he runs every week, pretending that he's the good guy when in fact he's the guy who has removed virtual testimony from committee hearings, only to have those items then go
Speaker,
to
your
council
time
where
is
they
up.
can't have it.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on? Speak with the last four digits 9519. Please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Yes, first time, long time listener, first time caller.
Which items would you like to speak to?
I don't think so, Weston.
I don't really want to speak to any of that shit y'all talking about. I want to speak about my boy, Smoking Scan, if I have a minute or two of your moment, of your time.
I'm sorry, can you repeat which items you would like to speak to?
I don't care about any of that shit y'all talking about. I want to speak to my boy, Smoking Scan, if I have a moment or two of your
Okay,
time.
you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
It's not going to be general, but yeah, I'll take what I can get there, brother. What time, when does my time begin there?
It's began. Let's go.
All right, I guess we started now. Anyway, I would just want to say my boy Smoker Scan, he's the man. He's on YouTube. If you haven't peeped him out, go out there, have a look at him there. And, you got our internet straightened out. And hopefully tonight we'll be able to get some nice taste or two. Because, last night was okay. But as soon as my boy jumped offline, what do you know? The guy gives up. But anyway, I just want to say that all y'all members in here, y'all council members, you got it, And, my only advice to you is probably, get the fuck out. I go for all assholes and retards. Just get the fuck out. But anyway, y'all have a good day there. Deuces.
Deuces. Yeah, shout out to you. Who was it? I didn't remember. I didn't hear the name. Anybody catch the name?
Next speaker.
Shout out to whoever
What
that
items
was.
would you like to speak on?
I didn't catch the name. Anybody?
General public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. My name is Gail Rapp, and I live in the San Fernando Valley, District 2. I'm calling to advise you, or I'm sure you all know, about LA Animal Services and its failing and crisis of overpopulation and dogs and cats that are suffering, especially at all 6 shelters. They are in hallways, in crates with no bottom. It's sad because our tax dollars paid for at least to have them in better surroundings. And last week at our commission meeting, an employee of the Harbor Shelter
I don't see him,
spoke
Kat.
about how deplorable the conditions were. She is a 15-year an ACT, and since then video has come out, and that is McCloskey's district. But I have to advise you, all 6 shelters are just as bad. Why are you taking a blind side to LA Animal Services? There's a homeless population with multiple animals that are selling cats and dogs and puppies on the street for their money, and it seems like
Speaker,
no
your time is-
enforcement can be made.
GRP was almost 11 hours.
All right,
last
that
night.
concludes our public comment for today's meeting.
Damn, so no Mr.
Having
Herman, he got
satisfied,
jacked. Cat, I didn't see him
public
today.
comment. What items are
Think he's in
available
there
for
today.
the council to
At
vote
least
on?
I
at
didn't
this
see
time?
him, and he didn't sign
Mr.
up.
President, the council may now vote on items 18, 20 through 29, and 31 through 34.
All right, those items are before us. Open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 1, called special by Councilmember Rodriguez.
All right, we'll give the floor to our Public Safety Chair, Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you so much. Mr. Garcia, if you'd please join us at the table. So, colleagues, today we have an opportunity to hear from an individual who has earned a great deal of respect here in the city of Los Angeles. I want to thank Mayor Bass for nominating such a capable and well-regarded individual that has had a hand in helping to advance so much of the work that this council has been largely engrossed in, and that is trying to create
I would honestly think they would
opportunities for public
help
safety
the animals over the people,
response
though.
that are,
I think they care more about animals than they
akin
do
and
the people
attuned to
that
the
vote for
needs
them. I'll be
of
honest.
individuals in our city. Mr. Garcia has not only comes with a really long-standing, reputable history of service to the city of Los Angeles, but has most recently been engrossed not just in the work of GRID, previously under the Villaraigosa administration,
motion.
But in doing great work
Exactly.
with Homeboy Industries. And so
Shout out to
he
Homeboy
has been
Industries
nominated
and
by
shit.
Mayor Bass to serve
You guys
in
are
the
watching
most
that, and I'm
pivotal
watching this.
role of oversight and governance with respect to the Los Angeles Police
look at her.
Department as a member of the Police Commission. And so I've had the benefit of knowing Mr. Garcia and his outstanding
You guys gotta
work,
stare at Monica. I
in
get
the
to watch
community
this.
for a great deal of many years. And we had the privilege of
Yep,
hearing
Thailand.
him in Public Safety Committee, and I wholeheartedly endorse his nomination to this pivotal role. I also want to acknowledge his
Dudes,
family that has joined him
lady
here today.
dudes, pipe check.
They are, again, they bring a lot of pride for those of us from the Northeast San Fernando Valley. But I wanted to provide the opportunity for Fabian to talk about what his, some of what he brings
Those
in
are
terms of your
definitely
perspective
dudes.
and understanding
Sure.
of this pivotal role. More importantly, I'm really grateful that he's accepted this nomination because we know that it is no small endeavor. It requires a great deal of personal time to serve in this role. So, Fabian, if you would please talk a
Fabian.
little bit about some of what you hope to bring to this commission.
Thank you for the kind
Those big ass
introduction. Good
milkers. You
morning,
tell me that ain't a
council
real
members.
woman just
Mr.
walked
Garcia,
by.
a little bit closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Just pull it to you.
Stop.
There you
So,
go.
Fabian Garcia, currently with Homeboy Industries, and as was mentioned previously with the
This
mayor's
is in,
office, so 10 years
Sam-
with the city
Ko-Samu?
in total.
I think it's
5
called
years with Villaraigosa,
Ko-Samu.
5 years with Mayor Garcetti.
It's not Thailand.
Under
It's
the
not-
GRID
I mean,
program,
it's not,
and really
Bangkok, rather.
was part of
It's
the
in
original
Thailand.
team that helped develop that public safety model.
Oh, is there some lady boys there? Of course
was
there are.
deployed and
There's lady
continues
boys
to be
here, there's lady
implemented
boys
in the city,
everywhere.
But also,
But if you
was
think
an
they're all
example,
men,
for the nation
crazy.
and other countries,
You obviously
we
can't
were
tell
able
the
to,
difference.
s-
You ain't did enough
do
Adam's
some
apple
technical
checks. You don't need to
assistance
do a
and
pipe
spread,
check. You can look at the
some
hands in the
knowledge
Adam's apple
of
and
the
tell right
structure
away.
and how we
Simple.
not only
Can she palm a basketball?
leverage law enforcement, but
She wearing a
really,
choker.
And this is the special part of it, is really try to make as robust as possible the community side of public safety. And so with that, I hope to bring that lens to the commission and really find a fair balance between what law enforcement is
Chase.
doing and what needs to be done.
Nope.
but
Developing.
also
Video
ensuring
shows
that
Senator Mitch
policing is
McConnell appearing to
fair
freeze
across the
again
city and
while
fair
talking to
for
reporters.
all parts of the city, regardless
geriatric
of,
motherfucker out of
resource or
there.
Circumstances. And so, yeah, I know it's a big task and a big challenge, but I really ask this body to support and be patient and to help guide.
He's just going
but
offline. He's
also
away
ask the
from
community
keyboard.
To support and
He's a
be patient and
fucking.
help guide.
He's fucking
'Cause
NPC in it for
again,
sure.
It's a big feat, but I do hope to bring some of that nuanced knowledge of gangs, gang dynamics, and violence, so that we
Saying
can have a
the
safer
shoulders,
city
the
for
traps.
everybody.
Are her
Thank you
feet
very
bigger
much.
than yours? Well,
And,
all
so
those
colleagues,
things.
I'm sure there's others on the horseshoe that want to speak, but I just again want
Look,
to
there's 5
acknowledge,
chicks right there. You're telling me the one
these
in the gray,
incredible
the
family
second
for
one
being
down,
here. It's
isn't a
you know,
woman?
When you
You
come
think that's
from
a
good
dude, really?
roots, so much.
I don't
will
think that's a
follow,
dude.
But
I don't think
wanna
any of them are
personally
dudes right
just say
there,
Thank
but-
you so much for
Okay.
being willing to serve in this role. It's an important part of the conversation when we talk about public safety, the role that the police commission plays. And I think your participation and presence on
Well,
that
women have
commission
hips,
will
yes,
be
but I mean, again, you're
incredibly
also talking
important
about some
to
type of
making sure
women,
that
maybe
community
American
is
or
well
European.
represented
A lot
in
of
these
Asian women have
conversations, so I
very
just wanted to
small
say thank you.
frames, and they
Thank
are
you,
actually are
Ms.
women.
Rodriguez, Mr. De Leon.
They're just petite. They have small breasts, maybe.
Fabián
small
García,
hips.
felicidades.
It's
La
just how they're
familia
built.
de Fabián
Their
García,
parents, their
felicidades a
man,
ustedes,
their father,
como
their
padres.
mother weren't very tall.
I want to echo the comments
Very shapely.
that our
Nothing wrong
colleague,
with it.
Mr. Rodriguez, just articulated. I know you have roots that originate in Bull Heights.
So it just depends on your
You grew
roots
up in the valley, Silmar. I know you
your
came
lineage.
back to Lincoln Heights as well, to the northeast side of LA. I want to congratulate you. It's
also
a new
diet
role altogether.
What are they? What are they eating all day? No fast food all goddamn day on every corner.
Brown. When
You
you're
know?
on the other side is a community activist.
Probably eating
as an
lots of
advocate, once
fish
you
and
serve,
rice. That's a dude right there. The one in the
that
black
role,
right there. Without a doubt, that's a dude. You can see the
unfortunately,
movement.
sometimes folks
That's a guy.
view and perceive
Too tall. You can see
commissioners
the
very
movement.
differently.
Pull it down. Okay, see,
and that
you're trying to
is
be a lady, and hold on, let me
governance
pull
role
it down for you.
that you will tackle.
Okay, so you can
And
tell, without a doubt, dude,
best
don't have to
decisions
see
you
anything
can
else.
possible with
Just by the
information that's
movement, you can
provided,
tell that was a
to
dude.
you, and for asking
Simple.
the right information,
Simple
or
and easy.
demanding the right
It's not hard.
information on issues of
Okay?
public safety
Without a
as
doubt.
it pertains to our communities, especially communities of color, where we see
the difference?
the acute
And even
number of
she
homicides,
pulled her over,
assaults, and
pulled him
robberies,
aside and said, "Pull
much
that
more
down."
so in comparison to other parts of the district. where
Another
perhaps,
dude would never do
a
that.
mob,
Another guy
chaotic,
wouldn't do that. He'd just let it go.
robbery of a shopping center will have much more headlines, but the human cost
Also
of
makes me believe
homicides,
that is a
whether it
woman
be in
over there
South LA
that
or
helped him
whether it
out.
be in East LA,
Come here, honey.
perhaps doesn't have the same amount of headlines that drive ratings, and that's why the role that you play will be very critical in how we channel resources, preventative, also to deal with the homicides that, as you know all too well, with
I know
homies,
50 guns.
homeboy
You're the
industries, the real toll that it takes.
That's
I
girls
wanna
right
wish
here.
you
That's
your
two
best.
girls.
Lean
That's
on
two
us
women.
and whatever type of support
That's a woman.
that you need as you represent the city as an appointee of the mayor, Karen Bass, and te deseo lo mejor.
No, he didn't speak today, Rick.
Thank
I
you,
didn't.
Mr.
We
De
heard
Leon.
him
Ms.
his name
Hutt.
called, but he didn't. Maybe somebody put his name down and he just didn't.
Hello, Mr.
You know.
Garcia. I just have a few
all I can think of.
questions. So, you have a very impressive resume, and I see that you've worked hard in the community.
That's a
What
girl.
are some of the ideas and experiences
And
from
I'd
the
say both of them
nonprofit
are ladies.
world, Homeboy, Maldef, Naleo, and St. Francis Sitter, that you would consider
Holy shit. Oh,
invaluable
no.
in
Wait, what is going
interacting
on?
with the
Oh, that's a
Latino
shot. Never
majority
mind.
police
Never
department
mind.
and by being a police commissioner?
Yeah, so I think that could be a very long answer, but I'll answer it from this lens, which is a little bit more philosophical than practical or policy based. Although I do think it's policy based, because policy can.
Oh, for sure,
guide.
but that's what I'm saying. It's woman face.
so,
They're busy doing
I
woman
think
face.
one of the
Women,
things that
actual women, should be angered
nonprofits
by the way they
do
act.
well is
That
really
idiot Dylan
understanding the
acts.
psychology
I've never
of
seen
the
a woman
population
act
that
like
they're
that
serving,
idiot Dylan.
Right, in doing
Never
so,
one time.
they can be as effective as
Okay,
possible.
you're talking about
and really only with understanding.
Yeah,
that
I don't see women
population
acting
can
like
actually
that. Not
truly
women.
Engage and have
No.
people to open
Maybe a
up
12-year-old
and be
girl.
vulnerable enough to allow themselves other
Maybe.
opportunities that if folks try to provide service that don't have that competency, they may shut down to that. And so with that, what I'm getting at is law enforcement as a whole
He is a
I think
clown.
can benefit from really having a cultural shift, really having prioritizing
Spending the hell out of that sign. Probably gets paid some good cash.
cultural competency, understanding histories of communities, and in particular, very nuanced context of what communities are going through. Because I think there's sort of what an interaction looks like with law enforcement and community, but there's also the perceived lens of what it looks like.
I think,
what
well,
it feels
people that are
like.
looking for those
And I think if officers
ladyboys are looking for the ladyboys.
understood
People
that
looking
more,
for men are looking for men.
if community understood
People
it
looking for
more,
women are looking for
we
women.
potentially
So,
can
you
get
know,
to
each
a
their
place
own.
where those interactions are more positive and less traumatic for both sides, and ultimately make a safer city and a safer policing structure.
Thank you for that. That brings me to my next question. Members of the black community in Los
Which one's a
Angeles
dude?
are arrested 3 times more than the black population in the city that the city would suggest.
Wow.
This is not the same with respect to other ethnic groups throughout
Are they
the city.
committing crimes?
What
Let's look at the real
suggestions
thing.
do you have with your rich experience that can change that dynamic?
There's the dude
I think
again.
it's
Look at
some
him.
of
Look
the
at him.
stuff I
Look at him.
mentioned
Look at
right
him.
now, it's having that context.
Just trying to swing it too much.
So one, whether
Women
it be
never want to
training,
be that that womanly in a
beginning,
sense.
when
They just
officers
are. They
first
don't have
starting
to act
be
it.
deployed.
They just are
So ensuring
because
that
it's
our P1
natural.
officers have context and understanding of the areas that they're being assigned to, but also our leadership, ensuring that the brass and LAPD is not left out of sort
The
of
one in
catching
green?
up with the
Where am I
times,
seeing
right?
anybody
Really
in
being
green?
informed on what communities look like, what youth look
Missed
like,
that one.
and I don't mean physically. I mean, what
I think
is
they're
it
all
that
free
they're
entry over
going
there.
through? What is
You'd be
social
stupid to
media
be
doing
charging
to
entry.
our young,
You want to get people in.
brothers and sisters in those communities. So I would start with that, and then really changing some of the policing. Like in conversations with some of the council members over the last couple of weeks, CSP
Why is she
has
wearing
come
a
up quite
satin
bit.
bed sheet?
And so really looking at models like CSP, and I'm not suggesting that's the only answer. That's one approach, and I do think it's a great step in the right direction of really having officers who are deployed more long-term, in CSP's case 5 years, in a community.
That's right, Eric.
One, so they can understand those nuances, but also promote into
They're
those
race
positions,
hustlers.
right?
That's
So
all they are.
officers are
They never want to look at the real problem.
incentivized
Are the people
to
that
be
she's
better.
talking
Officers
about
are
committing more
incentivized
crime than
to,
other folks?
Be more educated and understand what it is to be in a relational policing.
We've victimized
old school boots first type of
the thieves.
So I just have to, even though my sign says I'm over. How would you approach recruiting
They're poor little
individuals,
victims when they get caught
into
now.
the academy from the black community, where we're seeing a great loss and there's not parity or equity there?
Yeah, I was having a conversation this morning with one of the council members.
It starts within the community because
They asked
most
me
of the
that
people in the
question.
community don't give a shit about the community.
So it ended up
Care
being
about
like a
themselves.
40-minute,
She don't want to talk
40-minute
about that in that
conversation, but,
community.
there's a lot of pieces to it, and I think
That there's not so much support amongst that
fact that we have
particular
less
community.
officers now
That when one rises up, the
related
others
to
hate.
the polarizing
She don't want to talk
politics
about that.
of-
They always wonder why Asian folks and Jewish folks are always, always doing well for themselves. I'm going to break it down to the ones who don't understand and don't know. It's because there's a lot of support within their community. Same with the Sikh community. I don't know if you know too many Sikhs, but again, you don't see too many of them homeless. They're all working. They all have jobs. They're all hardworking. Same with a lot of Asian folks. Same with a lot of Jewish folks. It's because they help each other out. Do they all love each other? Absolutely not. No group of all loves everybody. It's impossible. But there's a lot of support there. That's why you see them thrive so well. Okay? Not saying, and that has nothing to do with I'm not marginalizing anybody else. I'm just telling you that's the reason why they have a lot of success. Now, if other folks would do that too, in some senses, because some do have a lot of, help and support within their family, but not so much outside of the family on the street within the community. As to where some of them could go to like a Sikh temple down the street and complete strangers would wrap their arms around them. So that's the difference.
when it comes to law enforcement.
But again, nobody
We
wants to
have
talk about
the
that.
right people at this table,
The problem is also when somebody gets shot and there's 45 people outside and everybody saw the shooting, but the cops come and nobody saw anything. That's a problem. That is a problem because that is also bootlicking to the people that are doing the shootings. You're literally just relinquishing the power to these people, and they now control the community, and they're not doing anything for you. So I tell you, your community is going to continue to be shit unless you stand up and do something. Why is it that a place like Beverly Hills is not rampant with crime? Everywhere has crime, even in Beverly Hills. But why isn't it rampant? Why? Because when somebody does something in Beverly Hills, you best your ass, they're on the phone quick to the police. And again, on November 28th, when it's a court date at 8 o'clock, they're there at 7:58 with a suit on, ready to be there to fucking to watch the judge sentence you. Okay? And that's what needs to happen. Need to have a backbone. And that's the problem. A lot of the communities don't. They don't give a fuck what happens within the community. The only time they care is when somebody kicks them out and starts gentrifying their properties. Again, you could clean your own neighborhood. I mean, go out right now and start picking up trash that you didn't throw out, and graffiti you didn't put up just to make your community better. But I don't see it when I go down there. How many times do we go down Figueroa and see one person picking up trash or anything? Nothing, never.
Who have respect in those communities.
Garbage everywhere.
We need to elevate.
Then we can go to Beverly Hills. How come there's not garbage everywhere? There.
That folks have earned in the community and really.
Again, this is just basic shit that people don't really want to talk about.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you so much.
It really
Ms.
boils down to
Padilla.
support. And that's really what it boils down to. Community support. Civic
well, it's difficult
support.
to refer to you
Within
as
the
Mr.
you know,
Garcia, just because we
she's
go
up here
back
again.
during the
Let's hear
days
her.
of my time as a field deputy when you were working for Grid. So I got to see a lot of your work in action, specifically in places like Sepulveda Rec Center, which I now get to represent. So I got to admit, I'm very excited to see you here, Fabian.
This isn't just California,
and I'm excited
Shelley.
that the mayor
I mean, this
chose
is
you
Commie
as
Cali where I'm
somebody
living,
for this
yes.
very,
But I'm
important
talking about
position.
any city across this
And
entire
Ms.
beautiful
Hutt, I want to
country.
thank you for your questions. I think those are some great questions. I think you really help to allow you to elaborate on some of your philosophies.
Rich
and your
people like
approaches.
clean? Well, I
So
guarantee
you
you-
actually really.
Let me tell you something. You can go around the poor areas, and there's plenty of people that have lived there decades with beautiful little rose garden. And of course, they have to encase themselves, but their lawn is cut perfect. It's a beautiful, beautiful little house, clean as can be, in a shit neighborhood with gang members on the block, homeless encampments, hookers fucking out front. And there's nothing they can do about it because, again, they can't by themselves do anything other than control what's within the confines of their home. And they do that. So, again, you need to split hairs here. There's plenty of people that live in impoverished areas that don't want more. They're happy with what they have and they're content and they have nice little homes. But they're just stuck amongst the people who don't give a fuck. And there's more people who don't give a fuck than do. So don't make that assumption that, oh, because I'm in a bad area, I'm just a bad person and I don't like clean.
How, again, I think
It's just a lot of
it's
people
through
in the bad
action. You
area don't
mentioned,
like clean.
the work
And then
we
again,
need.
what are you doing? You're teaching the youth who are young and don't understand when they go outside and there's encampments and garbage and dumping everywhere. They are now growing up thinking, well, that's okay. That's how I grew up. I grew up seeing this shit. So in 20 years, when they're 20, 25, 30, it's going to be commonplace. No, why would we need to change? I grew up like this. You understand? That's why you need to keep it clean.
We had, again, community. We had the
And you
intervention
start with
workers
little
there.
shit,
We had
cleaning
park staff
up
excited
garbage
to be
and
there.
taking the graffiti
and
away.
that's what it
And then it
takes. It's
spawns
really
to other things.
being
And then
able
a
to get
business
folks
wants to open up
excited,
because
not
this looks
exciting
nice. And
them,
now
but
you
the
have
action saying,
you
"Hey, I'm
have
gonna be here till
commerce
1 in the
coming
morning,
into the
and I'm gonna
community,
be dirty and
which
hustling, and
builds
I'm
the
gonna make it
community
happen
up,
'cause it's
creates
important and
jobs.
it's valuable, and we're worth it.
I mean, man,
Our
it's all the
communities are
trickle-down effect.
absolutely
Let's
worth
go.
it, and really
I mean, come on now.
ensuring that folks believe that and
I
understand.
don't need to give you
that
the shim-sham
and
like
know
these guys
that, hey,
do.
you're invested and you can make a change in your community, whether we're talking to officers, to community members, to the commission, the current commissioners. I think it really takes that approach of saying we're all in, and it's a yes and approach. It's not I'm here to be opposed to someone because I have a different view. It's I'm here because we want to find some.
That
kind
is
of,
true. They all have the same
neutral
opportunity. Now,
space
again,
where there
some
is
are a
smart
little more,
solution.
I wouldn't say
do
the same
believe that people are trying to
opportunities.
get there,
You're
regardless
afforded
of
the
where
same
they're standing in their
chance
politics or their view.
to better yourself. That you are. Some people do have a little leg up. But even to the people with the leg up, they get a raw deal too. Because again, everybody looks at you like, oh, okay, well, you grew up with a silver spoon. You must have everything and this, that, and the other. And that's not really fair either. You're labeling them. So again, and just because somebody hands you money doesn't mean that you'll be successful. I said that all the time years ago, that I wish I had the money to give everybody in my chat room $1 million just for a social experiment. And then I want to see you all in 1 year and see what you did with the million. How many of you blew the whole million? How many of it have it left? How many invested in a business? How many invested in real estate? What did you do with the $1 million? It would be such a cool social experiment to see after 1 year. It really would. And without telling you. I wouldn't tell you. I just say, here, enjoy. And then 1 year later, do a quiet show on the day of, day 365, and just show you a quick update. And that should tell you everything. Well, you'd say you'd triple it, and hopefully you would. I'm pretty sure you would. But I'm just saying, how many would do that? And that's what I'm thinking. Everybody has this misconception. Well, you're rich now. Things are different. It's not that way. I mean, if it were, think about look, I think it's something like 70% of lotto winners go bankrupt within the first 3 years. They're not just completely done with money. They're bankrupt within 3 years. They've mismanaged the money that bad. Look at how many NBA, NFL, players you see with all this money, and then all of a sudden it's gone. $100 million contract, pissed away. Gambling, doing stupid things with it. Do you understand? So that isn't the key. Just giving somebody the money isn't the key. It's hard to make $1 into $2 legally. Okay? It can be done plenty of ways. I'm just saying you need to apply yourself. And I don't know how many people would do that. And that's all I'm saying.
Poverty reduction efforts through CIFD. We have work that's funded through LASA and
Spending
through
money
the county.
can be addictive. Of course it can.
These are all funded by the city, even though we're not really funded to fund it.
Be a great
and perhaps most disturbingly, it's extremely difficult for outsiders who need these resources so desperately to identify where those resources are and how to get them. Finally, we're spending all of these dollars without clear evaluations on the effectiveness of how these dollars are being spent.
Rich and wealthy,
and I think we need to do a better job of collaborating and aligning.
Again, because what rich is to one person might think, well, you're rich because you have $1 million in the bank, and then someone who's got 100 million is laughing at you. But somebody who has $1 billion is laughing at both of you because they're buying and selling you with ease. So again, what's rich to one isn't to the other. It's all relative in a sense. And again, rich is that's just a
positive,
monetary,
focused, and straightforward.
People are wealthy in life just because of how they
Mr.
live.
Ramon, seeing no other speakers on the queue, we'll open the roll on this item.
Are envious of that.
Close the roll. Tabulate the votes.
Money isn't real.
13 ayes.
All right.
Yes
what's
and
next?
no.
Mr. President, the council may now consider item 5, called special by Councilmember De Leon for comments.
Well, that's what I was saying, Cece. That's what I just said. They're envious because, again, it isn't all the monetary.
Colleagues,
sometimes it's just how happy you are and how you're living
right across the street,
in a sense.
on First and Broadway.
How
and Spring
harmonious
Street, we have
your
a
life
huge
is.
open lot. It's a dirt lot, and oftentimes we see homeless encampments right outside on the sidewalk. And sometimes when we have film crews from Hollywood, they bring their mobile RVs and they set up shop right across the street. This motion is going to set in motion, if you will, the process to build out a new modular housing village for interim housing for our unhoused neighbors right across the street. And I think it's symbolically important that we have it right across the street from City Hall, given the fact that we have all the tents already there.
That's it, Catherine. A lot of
it is
people-
our part
that's
to
it.
move quickly and efficiently. Just a quick note, just right down the street on Mission Road, we're almost done with our tiny home village there, where we'll take all of our unhoused neighbors from the Boyle Heights community to those tiny home villages right there. And this is a big piece of land here, a huge piece of land here.
Put them in a
And
little
eventually it will
encampment.
be a
Democrats
park
love
that we're gonna
encampments.
create
They did
a
it to the
centerpiece
Japanese
for
in the
city of LA,
50s.
just like when we broke ground.
Well,
on
in the
first
40s,
phase of
late
Pershing
40s, but
Square,
yeah. Who's
just a
counting?
few days ago. And I just appreciate your support. Mr. Bloomfield, thank you
They
very
know
much
everything
for,
about encampments.
locking in arms, as they say now in today's day and age, So
Whipping
I
his
reserve
ass
ask for
with
an
the
item.
whip.
Thank you, Mr. De Leon. Seeing no other speakers on the queue.
That's the way to get him in. Whip him in
roll
the
is
ass.
Open on this
That'll
item.
get him in there. He likes it, though. Look, he just
Close
keeps
the
coming
roll.
back for the pain.
Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right. What's next?
The council may now vote on item 6, called special by Councilmember Soto Martinez for a separate vote.
That's how you get him in there.
Councilmember Soto Martinez, any comments?
Whip that ass.
All right. Open the roll. Close
That's
the
it,
roll.
kid. Smack that ass.
Tabulate
Get in
the
there
vote.
and get a Corona now. You better buy you a beer.
12 ayes, 1 no.
All right.
Everybody, look, she
What's
just
next?
whopping him.
The council may now vote on item 7, called special by Councilmember
Imagine
Soto
if you were a
Martinez
dude
for
whipping
separate
girls
vote.
like that.
All right. Let's open the roll.
Are we really even?
Close
Do we
the
have
roll.
even rights?
Tabulate the
Because
vote.
again, I did that anywhere here. You know how quickly I'd get the
12
Me Too
ayes, 1
movement
no.
going on me and
All
get
right,
arrested
next.
so fast.
The council may now consider item 14,
Yeah, he
called
whipped me
special
2
by
times.
Councilmember Padilla for
I need
comment.
100 million.
Councilmember Padilla.
Good morning,
Fool
Council.
walked
This
out
is
double-fisted
well,
with
for
2
everyone,
beers.
'cause it's
How you
gonna
even
apply to
doing
all
that?
of us, but
Fool
mainly to
walked
the
out with 2
individuals
beers
that
in his hand.
represent the valley.
How do you do that?
Or, have constituents that have been asking about the reopening of the Van Nuys.
You ain't doing
City
that
Hall.
here.
Just want to give the good news that I've already been seeing departments like Plum and Planning start to use
Bro, is that
it.
Jake
So
Paul?
hopefully by January 1st, it looks like we're going to be able to
Bro, that's Jake Paul.
go back to our regular schedule from pre-pandemic times. Just wanted to let you guys all know.
Thank you, Ms. Padilla, and congratulations. I think this is the first motion you put in as a council member.
Yeah,
so
it's
congratulations.
Jay Paul.
Open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right. What's next?
The council may now consider item 15, called special
Fake
by
Paul.
Councilmember Soto Martinez for comments.
Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Soto
Thank you,
Martinez.
Council President. We could also take 15 and 16 together. I call those special if we can. Thank you so much, colleagues. These motions
Time for the
are
comb
about
over.
investigating whether Governor Greg Abbott committed kidnapping,
What?
human trafficking, or any other crimes when he sent vulnerable families
You mean
on a
your new voter
23-hour
base?
bus ride
Your
with
new
little
voter
or
base?
no food or water.
Aw.
The competition between these Republican governors about who could be more racist, I think, is just an utter failure and shows clearly that they do not have any intention to govern effectively.
Somebody's
A
mad their
couple of
voter
weeks
base
ago,
got
when
treated
we were all
poorly.
preparing for Hurricane Hillary, he sent knowingly sent a bus with small children right into the path of the hurricane.
Oh, the
Now,
hurricane.
my own family came from Mexico in search for a better life and improvements. I can't even imagine that instead of being welcomed into this country, we were sent into a hurricane.
Well, again, they
Now,
came
how
illegally. They
heartless
crossed
do you have to
illegally.
be to send toddlers and small children.
Those toddlers
knowing
crossed
that
illegally.
everything that the city was
Those
preparing
toddlers
for
aren't
an
special.
unprecedented state of emergency. The callous and disregard
They
for lives
invaded
of
the
these
country.
families deserves a full investigation and accountability into the criminal actions of wrongdoing of Governor Greg Abbott. And I hope and I urge your I vote. And I also want to thank Councilmember Hernandez, who's not here today, who put forward this motion. I was very happy to support it. And I urge an I vote. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Soto Martinez. We'll open
I want to
the
go
roll on this
invade
item.
Mexico. I just want to walk in.
Mr. De Leon.
Without anything. No.
Thank you very
Don't
much,
check my ID, nothing. I'm just
colleagues,
coming in and I want money.
Wholeheartedly
See how they treat me.
support these twin motions.
See if I go
together.
to Ecuador,
think I've
they
said
do that,
since
or
day one.
Venezuela, or
Since day
Cuba.
one, because I think sometimes in the ecosystem of our progressive world here in LA, we
And
say
if they
the
did, they
horror-
only
how
want my
horrible,
US dollars.
You know,
And that's
Abbott,
it.
DeSantis. Right now, Abbott.
Boy, these
DeSantis
motherfuckers are
laughing,
crybabies. They
every
treated
single
our
day,
voter base
as
really
he
badly.
exports more migrants to
They
LA.
put 'em in a bus
His polling numbers go
in the
higher and
rain.
higher and higher. Therefore, he has no incentive at all whatsoever to stop doing what he's actually doing. And our response has been typical, what we do here in LA, how horrible it is, and we'll accept immigrants always and forever, and we'll take care of them, we'll house them, what have you, et
Of course
cetera.
you will.
It's
No,
a
you won't
reflection of two
take
things.
care of 'em. You
One
mean leave 'em out on the
is
streets
the failure
in New
of our
York?
friends and colleagues in Washington, D.C.
Does that
So
mean
we're going
by
on almost
take
4
care of 'em?
decades without any type of immigration reform. If you're Salvadorian, you're tepesteando, TPSing along, year after year, getting just temporary,
Hold on a sec.
permits or permission to
What does that
continue
might
to stay in this country. And secondly, to the point of the motions made, we need that legal teeth that you're requesting from the AG, whether it be Rob Bonta, whether it be Merrick Garland in Washington, D.C., of our DOJ, whether it's the interstate clause, interstate trafficking, human trafficking, the issue with regards to taking folks, as Mr. Soto Martinez so eloquently put it, young children, babies, mothers coming across here. But he's going to continue to do it. And if you notice, too, in the media, in the very beginning, Mr. President, it was big news. Now, It's become normalized. It's not a big thing anymore. It's not big news. It's not the front page anymore. And he's just going to continue to do it because he has no incentive at all whatsoever until there is legal teeth put to this, and that means an injunction by a U.S. federal judge to stop the trafficking of these individuals to another subnational government. For one subnational to another subnational government. The last time I checked, subnational governments have no jurisdiction at all whatsoever when it comes to enforcement of federal
FedEx was here.
laws. So therefore, I just want to say, let's all come together. Thank you very much for moving this. We should have done this a long time ago, but we're moving it nonetheless today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. De Leon.
It's from Panini.
All right, seeing no other, Ms. Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to quickly say, working on immigration for the many years that I did, I'm really happy to see this motion and proud to sign on it.
Are you proud?
I think
Oh,
there
I'm so
have been
proud.
these kind of.
You know what I'd like to talk to really quick while I pause you? I'd like to talk to the immigrants who came into this country and waited and did it properly. Took all the naturalization classes, went to ESL, English as a second language class, so they could actually learn the language and all that stuff. And have been waiting 4+ long years. I want to know what they think. While these others, just these toddlers and everybody else who got special treatment, just came right in.
This for many years, and no question on motivation. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Race Baiter. We really appreciate
Thank you, Ms. Hutt.
We
Councilmember
appreciate
Padilla.
you being there race baiting all day. What will we do
Yeah, I
without
just
you?
want to the service
The rest
providers
of you
out
race
there
baiters.
that
Oh,
were the
look
first
who's here.
front
Now you
line
just
to
wanna
receive
come
these
and hang out
individuals that
because
are
you
not
see it
helping them,
happening?
in their at their nonprofits and their lobbies, developing case management for them. I just want to let them know to please reach out. I know that these sort of immersions of large amounts of people at once causes
What's your
strain.
name?
So if you're watching, if you're hearing us, please
your
reach
name?
out. What Governor Greg Abbott is doing is not just ugly and an ugly form of political theater.
Oh,
it's
meow.
against all dignity and humanity of all
Oh,
people,
you're
especially
gonna cry?
towards
Let me get
immigrants,
you a fucking
families and children who
tissue.
have fled their country due to
Pendeja.
injustices or threats against their lives, who have faced unimaginable obstacles to seek
Unimaginable.
asylum and to work hard and make their lives better. I want to be on the right side of history and not just sit on the
Cunningham
sidelines.
auto
So
to
I stand with my
75.
fellow council members in holding Governor Abbott accountable for his exploitation against immigrant families and community members. So I applaud Soto Martinez, Hernandez, and Rahman for bringing this forward. And
Only took
you have my support.
14 months to get this
Thank
card.
you so much, members. Seeing
About
no other
14
members
months, I think,
on the
something like
queue,
that.
we will open the roll
Maybe a
on
little less,
items
12 months, a
15
year.
and 16. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
So, yeah.
13 ayes.
But no
All right.
is it? Number
What's next?
61, so it's not his jersey
Mr.
number.
President, the council may now
decent auto.
vote on item 30, call special by Councilmember Soto Martinez for a separate vote.
Clean.
All right, open the roll. Close the roll.
Yeah, they
Tabulate
send
the
them by
vote.
FedEx because again, this card's probably 200
12
bucks.
ayes, 1 no.
Somewhere around there, I'd guess.
All right,
Maybe
we
less.
have what's next?
150, 125. I don't know.
The council may
I'd
now
have to look.
consider item 35,
So they don't
call
want people
special by
stealing them.
Councilmember Blumenfield.
Mr.
for the closed
Blumenfield.
session item.
Yeah, no, this was heard in closed session. There was one little item we had to figure out behind the scenes, but we figured that out. So my recommendation is to move forward as was recommended by the Budget Committee, and we can do it in open session. So recommend an aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Blumenfield. Seeing no other speakers on the queue, we'll open the roll on that item.
And if I may, Mr. President, in the case entitled 8.
What takes so long is he didn't sign the cards. That's the problem. Some of these guys just refuse to sign their cards sometimes. And I waited 5 years for Khalil Mack to sign his cards. He just fucking refused. And then I'm telling you, the second I just asked for a replacement, about 2 months later, he signed the cards after 5 years of waiting.
Right.
Some people, again, there's no real.
Mr. President,
they
Council
don't
has
have
motions
to.
for
They're a
posting
part
and
of a
referral.
players'
They are
association.
posted and
the
referred.
association pays
The
them.
desk is clear, sir.
Excellent.
They don't
Any
sign.
announcements, members?
It's not like they're getting
Ms.
sued, so
Yaroslavsky.
they just don't sign.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, I want to announce that City Hall and LAX are
It
going to be
stinks, Lo.
illuminated in purple tomorrow night, August 31st, in recognition of
He's so
International
cute.
Overdose Awareness Day.
He's the best cat.
The day honors people whose lives have been altered by overdose, aims to reduce the stigma of substance use
going on
disorder,
in
and
there?
acknowledges the grief felt by families and friends who have.
Mr. Sachs.
Mr.
You're excused from this meeting pursuant to Rule 12. You're disrupting the meeting. We'll ask you to leave. You're expelled from this meeting. Please gather your things and leave quietly. Please leave the chambers without any further disruption.
He's a cocksucker.
Please leave the chambers without any further disruption.
John?
Thank you, Council President.
Our apologies, Ms. Yaroslavsky.
The day honors people whose lives have been altered
I love
altered by overdose, aims to
love
reduce
'em.
the stigma of substance use disorder, and acknowledges the
Fucking
grief
love 'em.
felt by families and friends.
John, it's up to the company, Panini.
I thank the Drug Awareness Foundation for its work in education, action, and prevention.
Yeah,
The foundation's mission.
they literally have somebody catch up with some of these guys. Literally, they've done it at strip clubs. I've heard stories of these dudes signing cards at strip clubs, just trying to fucking track them down. Tell them to go anywhere so they could just sit down and sign 1,000. Sign their name 1,000 times.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yaroslavsky. Any other announcements? All right, seeing none, I'll ask everyone in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions.
And this is the thing. Okay, now I'm going to show you
Any
something.
adjourning motions to my right?
Okay, 'cause this show's almost over here.
Any adjourning motions to my left?
Now, if you look at the card,
Mr. De Leon?
Yes, sir.
it's kind of hard to see, but
Thank
it's
you
not
much,
look.
Mr. President and colleague.
Really quickly, again, this is a hard signed card, meaning Cade Cunningham actually grabbed the card and signed it himself. Okay. Now, normally what they'll do is they'll send a sheet of stickers that are blank. This dude will sign 1,000 stickers, send the sheets back. They'll peel the stickers off and slap them on the cards, and then you get the card. And when you do that, you get the card back much faster. But when they're hard signed, it takes longer because they have to send the guy the cards. He's got to send them back. Some of them get damaged. Then they take months to sign them, if not years. And then again, now as a seller, this card would be worth more to a person buying it because he's touched it and it's hard signed. People hate sticker autos.
From the hospital. Despite being just a few days old,
It is a
Noah had
non-card auto.
Cute smirk on his face.
So that's the difference of why it takes so
personality
long.
that would shine throughout his young life. He was born a natural leader who took the lead in unexpected places
It's a hard
like the
signed card,
YMCA,
wise guy. Versus the
Zumba
sticker.
classes.
People don't
in
like
Boyle
sticker
Heights.
autos.
Noah's educational journey was marked by his time at
See
Sunrise
that?
Elementary and Hollenbeck Junior High. He continued his education at the Help Group and traveled all the way to the Valley, specifically Sherman Oaks, where he
No,
graduated
Catherine. No.
he got his high school degree, demonstrating
They
his
have them
commitment to
signed and
personal
then they
growth
send them
and
to
learning.
you. You get a
Noah's
redemption
works
card.
life was a testament to his
Scratch
ingenuity
off the
and
code,
drive. He
send
began
the code
working
in, they send you
at
the card.
Beef Bowl, Yoshinoya, America, and later embarked on his own journey. as an
Bedard doesn't
entrepreneur.
have any like
He roamed the
legitimate
local
cards yet.
parks of his
He's got
neighborhood
one
in
upper
Boyle
deck
Heights,
like
pulling an
juniors
ice
card,
chest
but
to sell refreshing drinks.
no
His
NHL
entrepreneurial
legit card in
spirit
his jersey yet.
knew no bounds.
That'll be a big card. Everybody's buying
Tragically,
upper deck young guns this
on
year.
June 13th.
I assure you,
at
for Bedard
4:27
only.
a.m.,
Cases
and
will
one
be
of
going
the,
200 more, I guess, than they
many,
normally do. It's like
warehouses
$900
that we
bucks a
have in
case or
southern
something like
part of
that.
Boyle Heights,
$1,000 a case.
Or
So it'll
he
be
worked
$1,200
as part
now
of
or
the cleanup
something or
crew
more.
for these parties that we hear about.
But you should
on
get two
television.
Bedards
That
in
morning,
one case.
Noah's vibrant journey was cut short. He was murdered on his way home.
Uh-oh.
from
GPK's
work
out today,
in Boyle
Series
Heights.
6. Oh, boy. I still like some of the... Did they have a Damon
Noah
card? Probably not.
Also was on the spectrum. He was autistic. So this young angel from Boyle Heights.
Yeah, there's just junior
was
cards. That's
cut
what I mean.
down
Like, you
and
know,
felled
that's
by
all
bullets.
there is, man.
But regardless,
as soon as he
of
has
his
that
autism,
legitimate Blackhawk jersey
this was a
card
young man full of life.
by
and
Upper Deck,
gave
that's
life
going to be the one.
to
And the
others
cup
around
this
him.
year, oh my God.
Noah's story is sadly
gonna
and
be?
unfortunately
$3
one of
grand
many
a box?
happenings just of late in our Boyle Heights
For 6
community.
cards, $3,000
But our
for 6
community is
cards
determined
in
not to
hopes of
allow
getting one.
this violence to continue.
And I assure you, if Connor McDavid is, gosh, I mean, the last I checked, those cards were $20,000 for his rookie patch auto. I'd say Connor Bedard's got to be around that number. So if you hit one, 20 grand for that one card, at least. But there's only 99 of them.
Let us remember the
Lucky
spirit
enough
of
to hit the
adventure,
101 shield.
the spirit of
Oh boy, you're talking
creativity
100K
and
for that card.
determination
100,000
that
for
he
Bedard's
embodied.
101 shield.
We will let his memory inspire us to approach
Yeah.
life with the same enthusiasm, to lead with kindness, and to
Depends
never
on the product,
underestimate
wise
the
guy.
impact we have on those
Something
around
like
us.
National Treasures, I think
Even
it's like
with the challenges that he had.
20,000 cases or less.
This was a young kid in
that's
the
it.
backyard. Carne asadas.
Every
las
card is numbered to
quinceañeras,
99 or less.
Was dancing and full of life. His favorite, singer happened to be one of Mike, Paz Descanse, mother's favorite singer, Chalino
That's
Sanchez.
for a normal rookie patch auto.
Los
Eric.
corridos.
If it's the
las
101
rancheras,
shield,
El tamborazo.
it's got to be a
You know,
six-figure
I
card,
saw the
100 grand.
video,
You'll
of
buy a
him
new car,
just being a life of party
without a doubt.
and wanting to dance and dance.
A
and
nice
dance
one.
even more so.
Brand new Benz, Beamer, Audi.
I would like, lastly, to acknowledge, Noah's support system, his loving family. who are
well,
here
they're
with
not
us
quite
today,
like
all of his
Bitcoin,
family
JDM.
members, but in particular, his mother.
Because it's something
Natalie,
tangible.
as well.
They've been
as,
around a lot longer. Cards have been around since
Jonathan
the 1800s.
Martinez.
You know,
we thank you
so
for
cards
your courage.
never go away.
All of our hearts are broken.
Not to say
in this
Bitcoin will or won't.
Profound, deep
No,
tragedy.
nothing against Bitcoin.
We will find justice.
It's just very
for
different.
This young angel from Ball Heights. Today we adjourn in the memory of Noah.
Oh, I didn't hit an
Jonathan
LM.
Martinez,
That's not
his
me. I'm
son,
saying if you
a
hit
brother,
one. I wish.
a friend,
They're not out
an
yet.
angel of Ball
It'll be a
Heights.
year before the.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Because
Thank you so much.
During what happened the last 2 years during the scamdemic, these companies got shut down. Plus, there was paper shortages, so they couldn't find paper to print the cards. Plus, they weren't printing cards because they weren't working. So that's it for the day. They've just they're just said, "Oh, there's Kat. There's your boyfriend. He came in late. Dang, he was there too. Your boyfriend was there, Kat." So yeah, they didn't have any paper. So now, funny enough as it is, this is the first time I can ever remember in the history of cards, ever, as long as I've been collecting, that like your rookie class from 2 years ago in hockey is now coming out. So, usually, you have a rookie class come out. Everybody's breaking the product. You're saying to yourself, well, I really like this guy on the Flyers because I think he's going to be good. Or I like that guy on the Kings because I think he's going to be good. But funny enough as it is now they're 2 years into their career and you can already see who's good and who's not. So you don't want the other teams that don't have anybody that's really good. That's the fucked up part for the breaker. Does that make any sense? So yeah, just a weird little thing, and it's never happened before like that. So kind of odd. Let's go to the Elbow Room Bar. It's not really popping. Let's take a look, see what's going on over there. Yeah, looks like it's nice on the east side of Florida. A little sticky, as you can see. The fans are rocking, but yeah. In fact, I think rare cards are more like art. Some of them are very rare, and they're little 3x4 inch pieces of art. And some of them are actually that, like, these like Marvel cards and stuff like that, or Star Wars cards. They'll put sketch cards, so the people that create the cards will do an actual sketch on a little 3x4 card, put it in there, sign it, and it's the only one in the world. So now you have a one of one by this particular artist that's drawn by him. It's a little, and this dude becomes the next Picasso or whatever, or Michelangelo. Next thing you know, boom. It's worth a ton of money. And all it is a picture of an Ewok that he drew. A little picture of an Ewok or R2-D2 or a fucking Garbage Pail Kid or whatever. Like the Garbage Pail Kid guys, the ones who do that art, they're doing the same thing. They'll sign a card that they drew, put it in the packs. How cool is that? So here's definitely a guy. I don't even need to know. The guy in the black, definitely a dude. Oh, both of them. Pink too. Yeah. You can see the shoulders. You can see the fake spank waists. Yeah. Easy. Don't even have to ask. Don't even get that close. I'm 60 feet. My eyes can't even see anything, and I can see. All right, let's get one more in here, guys. We'll get one more round, and then I got to get going. Marlins, dude. What about the Marlins? No, bingo. Unfortunately, I know you may think that is, but it's you couldn't be more wrong. Imagine going to a country where it's just all dudes. It couldn't be. How could that be? I mean, it's physically impossible. Unless they created their own country and everybody moved there. Then you had no birth after that. Everybody just be dying off, or you hope young dudes start moving to the island. Sounds like Epstein Island, if you ask me, but yeah. China. Well, China's just different because they had the one kid policy, right? So they were snuffing that out, and again, they favored the boys over the girls kind of thing. So that ended up fucking up with their population up. This dude's rad. Look at him. You know what's funny is you see the hole in the ground right there. Look at the ground right there. You see the little crack in the ground? I gotta tell you, when I'm watching this, I must see 4 or 5 people dump into there, and I'm telling you, they're so stop for a second, ow, twist their ankle out. They need to fill that motherfucking hole right there. Problem is, it's like real brick streets. You know what I mean? It's not like here where you get shitty shitty asphalt. Oh, okay, we'll just throw some asphalt in the hole. So you tell me the chick in the pink ain't a chick? That's not a chick? Come on, that's a chick. Come on, get out of here. Both of them right there holding the signs up. Look. He's like, hey, he dressed him up just like Dad. He's like, look, son, I'm going to take you down this street. You're going to be back here in about 10 years with your friends, and I'm going to show you. This is what you look for, son. He was already getting the son ready. I love it. Smoke and scan. It's Cat. Try to send this in YouTube chat, but you're being shadow banned, and YouTube must not like me today. So thank you. Well, I must mosey on. Donna's click tip for the pool. Is that really you, Cat? What's wrong? Didn't we see you earlier, Cat? Is that really you? Check meow. I appreciate you. It's good to see you, Cat. That's crazy. So what happened? Weren't you in there earlier? I'm always getting shadow banned. It's just it. And that's what I was talking about. It's just funny how people have been on YouTube forever. All of a sudden, they never got the views, but all of a sudden now they got the views. Nothing's changed. No big events, no nothing. And all the ones, all my friends, like I told you, my brother Adam, Be Real TV, all that stuff. Anybody who's smoking weed or, talking freely at all those people shadow ban the fuck out. All of them. YouTube's blocking you too. See, that's what I'm saying. YouTube didn't like my message and they kept deleting what I just wrote. That's crazy. And I know you couldn't have wrote nothing crazy. You don't write nothing crazy ever. Man. How much is a plane ticket to go there? I don't know. Look on Google it. Depends on where you are and how long the flight is. For me, I couldn't see it being that much. Look at her right there. Where's her whip? She put the whip away? All I tell you is bring clothes that are for summer. If you notice, everybody's wearing flip-flops and shorts. You don't see too many people wearing long pants. You just don't. Yeah, that's two chicks having fun right there. They deleted your comments too. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a sad deal. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. How long it takes us to get up to normal numbers. I mean, it's artificial help for some and holding back the others because they won't let the cream rise to the top. They have to hinder you. And again, I'd rather stay hindered and be me. Oh, she drinking beer? Then, you know what I mean? Then bend over and be the little puppet. Yep, she got the straw. She drinking it. Get it. Yeah, just finished, beeps. Just finished about 2 minutes ago. So we're watching Thailand here. All the guys and girls having a good time here in Thailand. YouTube been messing up a lot, especially live chats. You're talking about in other rooms too, Catherine, or just here? I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you guys ever think that these places are free speech platforms, you please don't be mistaken. They are not. None of them. Not Twitter, not YouTube, not Twitch, not Rumble, not any of these places. They all say they are, but they're not. That's the attraction to get you there. Make you feel like you're free, but you're not. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I refuse to remonetize the account. All you're doing is giving more money to them. And I'd rather get less money. I'm straight up telling you, I'd rather get less money in that sense, if that's what it means. And have them make less money. Have that portfolio down just a little bit. Yeah, you say that, Limber, and everybody says, go to Rumble, do this, do that. I go there. Rumble still got my money. I still ain't got any money from Rumble. I got like $200 or so donated. They ain't getting me a penny of that. And I'm just waiting to get thrown off there like I've gotten shadow banned or thrown off everybody, you know. So everybody tells me, yeah, Rumble, this, that, the other, yeah. It's one of the hardest platforms to use. Whoever created that thing, I mean, man, it's like I created it. Finally, they got smart and created a template for people instead of having to load a 90-second video up and do the entire filling out a full fill form of 10 different things before you can go live every time. So now they've at least created a template. But even with a template, I still got to do the stream key, the stream link, do the title, all that shit. And I have to erase it, the entire channel, every single time. When I'm done right now, I have to go into Rumble, erase the channel off of Restream, and then reconnect it. Because for some reason, Rumble will not connect to Restream every time. So something, again, the way they did it is just, I'm on Kick right now, Snow. I'm on there right now. I'm live on Kick as we are speaking. And again, another, trust me, they are all the same. They're all the same. They're no different. It's like telling me, well, Channel 2 lied to me, so you might as well just go watch Channel 11. Okay. They all lie to you. So there's no difference here. Okay? These companies are here to make money off of me. This is a pimp and hoe game, and I am the whore. Hurry up, get out, suck that dick, do whatever you need to do to make that money. Dance around, be the little monkey you need to be. So you can hurry up and get that money in so we can make our 30 to 50%. And that's what it boils down to. That's really what it boils down to. And again, I'm a nothing streamer. So you imagine the people that are legitimate, real streamers that have, 10,000 in their room all the time, every time they turn on, and been doing that for a long time. Could you imagine how much money they're getting off those folks? Could you imagine? I mean, that's why YouTube makes $900 million every 3 months. They make $4 billion a year, almost. $900 million a quarter. So yeah, that's how it works, man. I'm the only one having the problem? Says who, Graham? Says who? Again, a lot of these people enjoy being the puppet. They're quiet. Whatever they make, and they like it, and life's good. I'm happy. I'm content, but I'm not happy and content with being a puppet. That's it. And that's all. I won't bend the knee. And like I said, no matter what, if it fails or if it has success, either way, I can say I did it my way. I didn't bend the knee. I didn't do anything. Whoa! You see it? You see? Almost bent. Dude, did you see? That fool almost, in his Crocs, busted his ankle right there. I know you seen it. I know you seen it. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just the way they work. You know, a lot of people are just not they're kind of oblivious to it. Go get it. Go get your dip in the pool. She looks angry. She's angry with him. Yeah. They had 29 billion last year. That's crazy. I didn't even know it was that much. I know it was a little less. Look at what is she doing? Why is she doing the? Who's she flicking off in there? Oh, she's doing this too. Look at him. He's flicking her off. Look at him. Look at him. And she's flicking him off. It's a straight flick off comp. Let's get it. Well, fuck you. Well, fuck you. This is fantastic. Oh, he fell in the hole again. I know you saw him dip into the hole right there. Watch this guy. He's going for it. Oh, he's close. Oh, you're so close, bro. That's Moby. Is that Moby? Bro, that's Moby, bro. Moby almost stepped in the hole. This dude's going to get the hole. Oh, he's half in the hole. Oh, boy, that hole. I'm telling you, bro. That thing's the ankle breaker. I'm telling you, bro. You saw Homeboy's shit go click. You know he had to feel that for a second. You know it. Oh, that shit hurts. Half dead, mother. Good shit, man. Good shit. Uh-oh. He was headed right for it, and then he strategically pulled away. Beware of all the tie holes, or just some of the tie holes. Especially that tie hole. All right, let's get this last bowl in here. Oh, I forgot Stinksloaf is over there, and his cam fell off. Hold on. Old Stinkloaf over there. Look at him. Old Stinkloaf is his name. Old Stinkloaf is his name. That way we can see it a little better. What's she selling? All kinds of tchotchkes? Oh, yeah, she is. Light up necklaces and lays. I want to get laid. Oh. Watch out, girl. Now you're covering the hole. That's the fucking Sarlacc pit. That's where fucking Boba Fett fell. Old Boba Fett. Yeah, it was an alright show today with the LA City Council. I mean, it's been a bit of a weird last few days, but I mean, you know, their whole rhythm's been thrown off by the latest sentencing of their buddy Mark Ridley Thomas. So, yeah, that didn't work out too well for him. Tastes so good. No, we won't be on tonight, Robert. Friday is when I'll be back. I'll be back. Unless, of course, there's a chase. We'll hop on. Because I will be home today. But, let's go take a look at Cancun. That's what I'm talking about. That's where we need to be right here. Fucking Cancun. Windsurfing like homeboy. Why is he windsurfing like so close to the people in the water? Is he gonna smash somebody trying to like just be in the water? Shouldn't he be further out like that, dude? Friday's your birthday? Oh, shit, yeah. We're going to celebrate. Celebrate. Vic, the meeting was all right today. Wasn't, it had some fireworks there. Could have been better. Could have been definitely a lot worse. So, I don't know. I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10 at least. Maybe a 7. Oh, bro, it's fucking party time now. What happened? All of a sudden, all the clubs are letting out. Everything's closing up. Look, all of a sudden, just everybody flooding the streets. All the Indian dudes going crazy and shit. Let's party, bro. Look at him go. It's like a fucking frat. Shit's great, dude. Do I have any new merch, Lance? I do not. I haven't done any new merch in a while. I need to get on that. But I just been having so much in my life, man. Just trying to even get back the show into normal viewing with the internet issues and the audio issues. So got all that taken care of, and I shall do that here shortly. Maybe in about a month, to be honest, right before. That way everything's ready well before Christmas. Maybe get some new shirts. I gotta make that El Diablo Blanco shirt. Everybody seems to want that one. Gotta make a new Stink shirt right there. Look at just a picture of his face right there. Old Stinks Loaf. I love him. He's such a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. He's all hugged up next to the fucking power strip. The warmth of the power strip, baby. He loves it. You want me to make a collar shirt? That's Lonnie. Lonnie came up with that genius. I can't take any credit for that. It's definitely all her. But we could make one. Breaking a pursuit in Colton. Jesus Christ. As far as fuck. Eastbound 10, great. It's even going further away from where it should be. So good luck on that. I'll take things you'll never see on the news for $200, Alex. Good luck with that one. Please tell me that's devil's lettuce. No, it's just tobacco. I'm smoking on some straight Marlboro. I crack open my Marlboros and take bong loads of Marlboros. I mean, this is what it's for. This is a tobacco pipe. City Council meeting madness. It was alright today. It was pretty decent. It was alright. What I'd give, though, to hear like a whole full... Oh, my God. Holy shit. Look at homeboy's Edgar. Look at the dude in the black. That dude's got a sweet Edgar. Thailand Edgar. Fuck yeah. I mean, I'm guessing he's probably not from Thailand. He's a visitor, but shit, yeah. When in Rome, right? Get the Edgar going. Anybody know what happened to the guy with the gun? Yes, JD. Everything happened just the way I said it was going to happen. As soon as I said I stopped the stream, he'd give up. And he did. I don't think it was 120 seconds. Maybe. 2 minutes. Maybe. 2 minutes after I pushed stop. He walked out. He dropped the gun on the ground. Or he placed it on the ground. Walked backwards to the closest officer and gave himself up. Like he should have done 11 hours earlier almost. He was literally almost there 11 hours. So, yeah. Get it located where? On Figueroa. That would be a funny shirt. Located where? own figure. Oh, but it'd have to be small kind of lettering, though. It can't be because it's pretty long, the text. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Jeff. I saw it the first time you put up. I told you. Things you're not going to see for 200, Alex. It was a joke for Jeopardy. I'm guessing you didn't get the Jeopardy joke. There you go. Rest in peace to Alex. I'm guessing you're not a Alex Trebek or, a Jeopardy fan. You do realize he's going east, which is away from the city. Colton, all these places east of Colton, and Colton itself don't have any news stations. So you're not going to see it. But there is that. But again, I remember my first chase too. I remember getting the proverbial boner every time it went off. And like I said, I learned to walk down the hill and fuck them all instead of run down the hill and fuck one. Colton might as well be in Palm Springs. Pretty much, Matt. And remember, he's doing 100 miles an hour eastbound with a police escort. So I assure you, dude's probably in Riverside about now. Now, sure, you could listen to it maybe on the Riverside CHP, but he was saying Colton PD, which, again, yeah, good luck with that. So, you guys have a fantastic day. If this chase happens to turn around, come west, and it gets onto the news, we'll hop on. You know how it works. But other than that, I'm venturing to say it's like the same chase that we hear almost every day when someone comes in. There's a chase. And then it never ends up materializing. Because, again, I just wait for it to get to the news instead of just getting a boner. But it is what it is. Y'all do you. I'm going to do me. And have a good day, man. Thank you so much for all the likes, the love, the donos, the camaraderie, the fun, the hangout. It's always good to see you guys, as you know. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic hump day. Hopefully you guys can join me Friday morning and night for our double show on Friday. If you can't, I understand. Big weekend coming up. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully you make it back safe and come check us on the next one. But, yeah, enjoy your day on behalf of Stinks Loaf over there, who's loafing off as he always is, but at least it was good to see him, and myself. I'm out of here for now. So, you guys have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Hasta la vista, baby.